What's up, guys? Yo. Can you guys hear me? Let's see. Hello. Switching this now to, ya boy. Okay. Nice. How are we looking? What's up, Zizu? How are you doing? I don't know if you guys notice. I feel like every time I go live, I'm gonna have Stream Beats shut the fuck up for a second. All right. Every time I go live, I feel like I upgrade the setup just a little more. So, I'm hoping you guys notice, but this should sound and look a lot crispier, don't you think? Yo, what's up, Avatar Desto? Ray, how are you guys doing? Good to see ya. I have a feeling this is gonna look a lot crispier. Look into sound a lot crispier. I could show you guys what I was using before. I was using a Razer Siren little USB microphone. And I had put some certain filters on it to try to get it sound as close to a Shure SM7B as possible, because that's like the industry standard streaming microphone for buttery audio. But the problem was, every time I'd speak into it, it would with a normal talking voice, I'd have to like fucking whisper to get it to not peak the mic every time I tried talking. So I decided, you know what would be better? I'm literally just going to use, I'm sorry if this makes noise, I'm just using a dynamic microphone, like an actual stage dynamic microphone. And it turns out, it sounds way better. So this entire time, I have an audio interface, I have a stage microphone. Like, what have I been doing? I've been fucking slacking. I'm my own biggest enemy here. Spirit Slayer, Unaversed, what's up, guys? Good to see ya. Thank you. I don't cook, I'm just mentally ill. Goddamn. Okay, so I have a few things I wanted to show you today. Not only did I bring together some of the best Chainsaw Man discussion threads I found over the course of this past week, because ultimately we are going to be talking about Chapter 121, what we think is going to happen, some theories. We're going to cook. We're just going to let Zizu fucking go. We're going to let him rip. And I have some good memes to show you as well, because I feel like the biggest thing that ends up happening after a week of a fire Chainsaw Man chapter is we just get some absolutely unhinged memes. And so I have a few of those to show you guys as well. Tell me what illness is, I need it. Goddamn. So I thought, here, let me find the discussion thread. So I pulled up the discussion thread. I have a lot of things I want to show you guys today. So I pulled up the discussion thread. Obviously, I voted 5 out of 5. Very good, because it is very good. It's always crazy. whenever I have my stream up, whenever I start with my just reacting, when it's just my face up on the screen, my ugly goddamn mug on the screen, I have the chat in front of me, on my monitor in front of me, so I can read the chat so easily. But now if I want to look at the chat, I have to look at this other monitor right here. So if I look over to the side every now and then, it's because I'm trying to talk to you guys. Yeah, the Chainsaw Man community makes more memes per chapter than any manga, I swear. Absolutely, dude. Oh, it's sorted by new. I never do that. I always do either best or top. I think I'm going to go with top. Let's see what people are cooking this week. Awesome, making up cool reasons to justify being a lonely loser is so me, for real. Wait, okay, actually, there was one meme I didn't put on my list of memes. Wait. Don't look at this. Don't look at any of this. Because I'm going to look at some of these later in like 2 seconds. I wanted to find the meme of Asa being just cringe. Maybe it's not so easy to find. Oh, Nerd Asa. Yeah, this is the one. Absolute peak meme right here. Making Asa the nerd emoji. So I didn't load that up into my bar of awesome shit to show you guys, but I thought it would be funny to show you guys now, just because someone brought it up. All right. Okay, this is another meme that I want to show you guys. Obviously, you guys probably saw it when I was like panic scrolling looking for the Asa nerd meme, but I thought it was funny. Just the Makima telling Naita to cockblock Denji. Good meme, a fire meme, if you will. Asa coping like Chainsaw Man shippers, absolutely. Everybody checking on your local Asa Den shipper. Yoshida is not beating this villain allegation. Absolutely, dude. Let's see. Denji, everyone when you meet tries to kill you. Aware. I'm not so sure Naruto isn't trying to kill him. I'm kind of on the fence about her still. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, Naruto's personality is way different than I thought she was going to be. Yeah, I would say for me as well, going into it, I didn't know what to expect from Naruto's personality. I think that's the thing that I was most excited to see from the new chapter. It was like we finally got a showcase of who Naruto is like. You know, just her. And I still feel like the best explanation for it, not to like give myself too much credit, I feel like I called it Makima's hardware with Denji's software. And I don't want to say that was a goated analogy, but I will say, you know, it's kind of an apt point. I feel like, you know, she looks like Makima. She has Makima's quirks, like being incredibly controlling, if you will, as well as having a overbearing sense of justice that kind of blurs the lines of wrong and right. Kind of like how Makima did all that shit. I saw a lot of people saying that she was like Power, and I think I have like a discussion saved up on my tabs for if Naruto is actually like Power. Most people think that she's a lot like Power. I just think people are confusing like seeing her say "gya ha ha ha" in the new chapter as her like being Power. But I don't know, dog. I also, when I read it in the Japanese version, she doesn't talk like Power like that. She does say "gya ha ha," and Power does say "gya ha ha," but that's about where the similarities end, in my opinion. Her tone of or her way of speaking is a lot different. Power kind of talks like an old man in Japanese, but like Naruto talks like just the average goyle, the average girl. So let me see. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Oh my god, $20 super chat. that's my mom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Let me catch up with chat real quick. BR Waters, is my audio peaking for you? Is my shit not sounding good for audio? My theory is that Asa at some point is going to find out the truth on what happened and is going to throw angry femcel noises at Yoru. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. That'd be funny. Naita is a gremlin. Absolutely, dude. Naita is an absolute creature. But I still, you know, I think I'm cooking. I don't think she's completely like Power. I don't know. I just not feeling that, you know. I actually kind of expected something similar to this. I mean, she is being raised by Denji. Of course, she's gonna turn out this way. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I think that like I said before, that was the most interesting part of reading this past chapter was just seeing this character that we had all of these expectations for, and I think a lot of us were thinking that she was built up to be this scary Makima clone. Carlos Valencia. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Oh my god, I appreciate that. Y'all are too kind. Jesus, I don't deserve you guys. But yeah, Nayuta was seen as this scary character, and she was built up with this dramatic irony that, you have to follow the house rules or it could mean death. And that's a pretty big thing to say. Those are some pretty big fucking words. So she was built up to kind of come off as this scary character. And we have the dramatic irony of knowing what Makima was like in part 1. So clearly, if you look back through any of my chapter reviews during this Nayuta build-up phase of the manga, I was shitting my pants, dude. Yeah, just look at the titles of my videos. It was shit like, I'm scared of Nayuta. Oh my god, no. I had a little while where I would make the titles to all my chapter reviews stuff like, oh god, oh fuck, or oh no, or just like short little like reactionary words. And actually, funny enough, like those chapter reviews tend to perform better review-wise, so maybe it's something about the short titles like that, something provocative about it. But that is genuinely how I felt, just because Naruto is built up to be such a scary character, and then just kind of being blindsided by the fact that she's just a little gremlin was, it was tasteful. I liked that. It was a lot of fun. I think Fujimoto definitely has been cooking some fire with these past few chapters. And I'm very excited for tomorrow. Honestly, I reread the chapter again before going live just now. And I feel like for the next chapter, this is all I can say about predictions. Unless, maybe we get into some kind of discussion to jog my brain a bit. You guys tend to have the better ideas than me. But, the only thing I can think of when thinking about the new chapter tomorrow, chapter 121, is that whatever we get, it is for sure going to be something completely out of left field and knee-jerking. I feel like this is like the Fujimoto, like the Fujimoto formula. I'm coining that, by the way. I'm coining that. Fujimoto formula. Everybody know I fucking said that. I fucking made that up. Fujimoto formula. That's me. Haha. But the Fujimoto formula, I feel like he builds up something happening, builds up a hype happening, if you will. And then as soon as it gets to the hype happening, there's always a subversion of expectations. So in this case, it was Naruto being hyped up to be this scary character, to then be a gremlin problem child that just has a lot of powers that, she's hard to control. But then after that, I always feel like every time there's like a crazy subversion of expectation like that, I feel like he then immediately just like takes another left turn, like a sharp left turn. And I think whatever Yoshida wants with Asa is going to be a very, very sharp left turn. A good example of this in the past, I feel like, is the build up to the explanation behind Chainsaw Man's powers and Chainsaw Man in general at the end of part 1, where Makima explains to Kishibe that Chainsaw Man is the hero of hell, and if you call him, he will save you and then kill you. And that's what Makima did. Makima called Chainsaw Man to save her. And she said, no matter what, he's going to come back. And that led us all to thinking that it was going to be some big epic fight between Chainsaw Man and Makima. Then Chainsaw Man comes back from hell and just immediately slices her up. And it was like a silly little subversion of expectations. The chapter immediately after that was chapter 85. I remember the exact... Was it 85? Yeah, 85. I remember the exact number because it's my favorite chapter of all time. It's the Family Burger chapter where Chainsaw Man drops in on Kobeni in the at Family Burger. Best chapter by far. But this is like the Fujimoto formula, and I think he's following it very, very well in part 2 right now. Here, I'm moving my mic a little bit. I think he's following it very, very well in part 2 right now. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Found a solution to Microsoft for him and it actually made it even quieter. Okay, nice. I'm glad to hear it's working out, BR Waters. Also, I don't want to know if Denji brought back a girl before I got the rules then, or if Nagita set them close to the beginning. Oh, I can guarantee you Denji wasn't bringing home any girls. You can't wear your own merch like that so shamelessly and bring home any baddies. He's definitely. I think Nagita set those rules from the beginning. I think maybe I'm a little close to my mic. Let's see. What I hope for in the new chapter is that it'll be focusing on Yoshida. Absolutely, I want something with Yoshida. I am fairly certain there will be some kind of knee-jerk, huge out of left field subversion of expectations, and I think we're gonna get something crazy about Yoshida next chapter. And Fujimoto is the man to use a right turn signal before turning left. Absolutely, I like that Fujimoto that's exceeded expectations with both Naita and Yoru. We expected Makima 2.0, but we got something much better. I'm wondering if you'll do the same with Fami when we get to know her more. I feel like with Fami, what's going to happen is she's going to be almost like Gyaru-ish. I think, just like from seeing her, like she does seem like terrifying, I'm not going to lie, because she's so, like, she has just that aloof and scary looking face. But the way that she wants to be referred to as Fami or Kiga-chan in the Japanese version, it kind of feels a little bit like, you know, she uses maybe like hip lingo, and maybe she's super fashionable, and maybe she is a little bit like Maybe she'll turn out to be a little bit more of like a ditzy airhead character. I'm not sure. It's so hard to tell, but she's clearly scary. But I think she's going to try to be overly friendly with Asa and Yoru. That's my prediction for Fami or Kiga-chan. He had YouTuber merch before it was a thing. Absolutely, dude. He was pulling an Iron Maiden, wearing their own merch all the way up on stage like that. All right. Let's see. There wasn't too much like actual discussion today in or not today. Discussion in the chapter thread from last week. I like seeing Naita's personality. Excited to see more of her and Denji's life together. Also, Yoshida is everywhere, bro. He knows where all of the plot points will be. Yeah, I feel like that's like this sums up the new chapter the best. I think like that's all what we've all gathered from it at this point. Fami just wants to be hip like the new Jenners. Absolutely, dude. Even though it takes place in the 90s, Fami is totally Gen Z, dude. She's on TikTok and everything. Yeah, Fami's going to be a Valley girl. Absolutely. I'm glad you got the audio fixed, bro. BR Waters. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is what we talked about last week. This is what Zizu brought up. I didn't know that this was such a huge thing. Zizu was just like super ahead of the curve on the difference in quality between the Japanese version and the foreign language versions of the Chainsaw Man manga. There's a lot of digital noise and graininess in the English scans. I saw one person on Twitter. I think it was Epi. I don't know if you guys know Epi on Twitter. He makes a lot of Chainsaw Man related tweets and whatnot, but Epi was talking about how this is 100% a formatting issue. That's probably what people are going to say down here. My dumbass thought it was an artistic choice. Yeah, he's spitting. Let's see. Yeah, no, I thought I didn't think anything of it until Zizu showed me the differences in the qualities last week. Also, do we want music on in the background right now? Let me put on something tasteful real quick. I'll pull up Stream Beats again. Let's see. I feel like it's worth it just to have something going on in the background. All right, there we go. Just gonna turn it down for myself a little bit. All right, we're back. I personally just want Yoshida to take Asa to a fast food place similarly to how he treated Denji to the cake, but he's just using her to stalk someone else without looking as suspicious, Lamau. I swear to God, if you're right about this, I swear to God, you can't do it twice in a row. I honestly, maybe this isn't as hard of a Hail Mary as last week's prediction was, which that one was fucking nuts. This isn't as hard of a Hail Mary, Zizu, but if this happens, I will. Yeah, I already think you're an insider, a Fujimoto insider, but you'll never beat those Fujimoto insider allegations if this ends up being true. Fujimoto just takes everything now and then, so it'll probably randomly change weekly to bi-weekly every now and then. Yeah, with his schedule on the Jump Plus website, because it's a digital release now, Jump Plus is really good for creators and mangaka, because even though you don't get as much exposure or popularity as Shonen Jump manga get, you get a lot better quality of life because you can kind of take it at your own pace. Do you want to do a chapter every week? Do you want to do one every month? You're not really forced to have such a crazy schedule like a lot of the Shonen Jump mangaka are. And now we're seeing the consequences of the Shonen Jump mangaka working themselves to the fucking bone, because we keep getting My Hero Academia hiatuses. Hunter x Hunter goes on hiatus every 5 seconds. These people are working themselves to death. Let's see. I want to see earnest interactions between the Horsemen, not interrupted by other characters, because I think if we see Yorufami and Naito's dynamic, we'll get a better idea of the Death Devil. Dude, absolutely. I was thinking about that too. I feel like any time the Horsemen of the Apocalypse get too close to each other, there's always something that interrupts them. And also, the manga wants so bad not to say Horsemen of the Apocalypse. They just don't want to say it. Sorry. Even though we know at this point, but the manga just doesn't want to admit it. They don't want to give it to us. They don't want us to have this one. Which I think is bullshit. What if the chapter is just Yoshida giving Asa dating advice and that's it? I would not put that past Fujimoto. If that's what ends up happening, then we know that Avatar Desto is the new insider. Lloydro, he's seeing leaks, trust me. I didn't see anything on Twitter about any leaks for chapter 121. I feel like it would have been a bigger deal. I follow some people that would have totally said something about it. I'm also in like a Chainsaw Man group chat on Twitter, and they usually say something if there are leaks that drop early. If Fujimoto takes her to fast food, it'd be better. It better be at Phelan Burger. Dude, if this is how... Oh my god, holy shit. If this is how Kobeni comes back into the story, I will literally fucking... cream my jeans. I feel like Yoshida knows something about Asa. He might know about the contract. He certainly, like, I think he knows something. I go back and forth between it because in chapter 99, he clearly notices the scars appear on Asa's face when she when she asks him out. But later on when Denji says that he wants a desperate girlfriend, he was like, I know someone who desperately asked me out, and he tries to set him up with Asa. Maybe that was him trying to couple them up together so that they're easier to survey and keep track of. But to me, I was like, okay, is he actually that smart, or, you know, what's going on here? What is Fujimoto cooking with him? I told you, bro, I'm just mentally ill. I've been off the mark before, TBH. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've all had our stinker predictions, but you have been right more than most people I know. I think you had another, like, crazy prediction, like, 3 or 4 months ago. I'll have to go back through my comments to see if I can find it. But you did have another crazy prediction a while back. I remember. I missed Chainsaw Man Tuesdays, where every week was a new anime episode and a new chapter. That shit. Okay, so Chainsaw Man Tuesdays, that was fire, having both on the same day. That said, the first Chainsaw Man Tuesday, I was resolute to do both a chapter review video and an episode review video every day, like both in the same day. The first day I did do that, for episode 1, I did whatever chapter released that day, and the new episode as well, the first episode. And because it took longer to get both of them out, neither of them got all that many views. I felt super burned out after that as well. So it ended up being not so great of an idea, but I do miss it. It was like the Chainsaw Man hype was nuts. I feel like you know, even though the manga is still hype, it's kind of sad that we're not getting the same levels of Chainsaw Man excitement every week that we had back when the anime was airing. Kobeni cameo in this chapter, please. Working as a waitress. Absolutely, dude. I hope Yoshida takes Asa to Family Burger and we see how with the life of Kobeni there. Dude, that's my Hail Mary. That's going to be my Hail Mary. Tomorrow, that's what's happening. Kobeni. It's going to be Kobeni at Family Burger right now. That's where they're going. They're not going to do any McDonald's shit. It's going to be Family Burger. Let's see. If that happens tomorrow, then you're a confirmed leaker. Source, trust me, bro. Do you think Yoshida knows about Asa's contract? Nah. I mean, we I guess we did talk about that. Going to be huge when the Horsemen finally have an uninterrupted conversation. Yeah, when they finally have an uninterrupted conversation, and when Tatsuki Fujimoto finally just admits it in the manga. We know that they're the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. You know, like, we're all picking up what he's putting down, but he just won't say it in the manga. I feel like it's like in the Last of Us show, how no one was allowed to say the word zombie on set, because it's a show about infected, not zombies. Let's see. I feel like Fujimoto is flaunting 3 horsemen so early in part 2, even if he doesn't call them horsemen, tells me that there's something much bigger that we're only scratching the surface of with the kind of world building he does. BR Waters, I like your observations. You're very astute. Or like your way of presenting information is really good. I like it. Yeah, I mean, with Primordial Fears as well, because it seemed like when Makima fought the Darkness Devil in part 1, it was hard to tell if they were on the same level of strength, or maybe the Darkness Devil had the edge in that fight because he is a Primordial Fear. He's never died. The Horsemen of the Apocalypse, I'm certain, have died at points. I wouldn't be surprised though if death is a Primordial Fear though, because you know everyone's scared of dying. So maybe the Death Horseman, the Death Devil, is still in hell because they haven't been killed yet. But I'm calling it now. The Death Devil will be the sexiest horseman of them all. Sexier than Makima. Yoshida might have seen her at Debbie's house or something, or he'll maybe Denji's house. Yeah, I was gonna say Debbie. Yoshida might have seen her at Denji's house or something, or he maybe wants to date Asa. I don't think he wants to date her. I think he's definitely shysty. I think he would potentially like flirt with her while she's vulnerable to make her like him in order to get some kind of information out of her, which is really fucked up. But I would not be surprised if he does flirt with her because he has his own ulterior motives. Since you mentioned Kobeni, it'd be funny if Bro Benny worked at the fast food place instead and he was begging them not to rat him out of his job or to the school or something. Dude, I'm not going to say it. If you just willed something into existence, I genuinely think Zizu is Fujimoto himself. And maybe we see both. That'd be epic. As much as I love getting the episodes on the same day as the chapters, it was seeing the manga get overshadowed. It was sad seeing the manga get overshadowed by the anime. What are yeah, no, I agree, because I feel like the first like arc of Chainsaw Man, the first core of Chainsaw Man that was adapted, those 12 episodes, it's not really where Chainsaw Man shines the best. That's why I think it should have been 2 core, 3 core, maybe doing all the way up through the International Assassins arc in 24 episodes. Actually, I think it would have been better to do through the Bomb Girl arc in 16 episodes, just because with also, and they could have used the same exact pacing. Bomb Girl arc is like 10 chapters, not even, because the Chainsaw Man anime, or what the Chainsaw Man anime covered, isn't really the best of Chainsaw Man. Sure, it's a fantastic start, but Chainsaw Man really hits its stride in the Bomb Girl arc. I guess it hits its stride at the end of the Samurai Sword arc, but you know, still, I feel like a lot of other YouTubers put this in a really great way as well. It feels like a taste of something great that we want more of. Whereas the manga, at the time that the anime was airing, was giving us consistent peak after peak, week after peak, week after week, dude. That's what it was. So I see what you mean when it was kind of a little sad seeing it get overshadowed, but you know, we were still here, we were doing our thing, we were all reading, so at least we have our little community here. Let's see. Maybe Fujimoto isn't calling them horsemen because Pochita ate the name for them, like how Pochita ate the name of the weapon hybrids. Yeah, I could see that. That actually, it's a great point you bring up. Pochita eating the weapon hybrids has always been something that's been a point of confusion for me, I feel like. Because as Makima says, these are all devils whose names have been forgotten, lost to Chainsaw Man. And it's a fantastic point. Not a fantastic. What am I saying? I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say. It always confused me because if Chainsaw Man ate their names, how are they here? Like, why are they able to be here if, you know, they got their shit ate? I wonder if there will be more world building about devils revealed, like if there ends up being something stronger than primals, like eldritch horror like creatures. Oh, dude, if that's the case, then Yoshida is people making the theory that Yoshida is actually teamed up with Cthulhu and not the octopus devil, because who the fuck is afraid of an octopus? You're kind of cooking there, bro, Carlos Valencia. That would be a huge explanation. I feel like it would kind of put the power scaling decisions into question. Like what am I trying to say? It would be a little bit weird, like unsatisfying, if this creature, this horrifying creature like the Darkness Devil, who we see as one of the most powerful, terrifying beings in existence, if there's something stronger than that, I don't think it would be off-putting, but I kind of like the idea that we know what the top dog is right now. But still, if there were like an eldritch horror like gods from the Necronomicon, like Cthulhu, that would explain the Yoshida's contract theory. We don't know what's going on with the Justice Devil and Fake Sawman. Yeah, dude, there's so many plot points that need to be hit right now. I wonder if maybe, like, because I remember a few people were saying that Yoshida could be Fake Sawman, and maybe because Octopus have, this might be Zizu might have said this, because Octopus are known for their fantastic camouflage ability, that maybe he's able to camouflage himself as other people or other devils. So maybe he was able to find Yuko and pretends to be Chainsaw Man to kill her, because there's also the scene of him holding her up by her leg, and that's how Octopus holds people, by their leg. Octopus saved Yoshida from falling out of the building in part 1 by catching him by his leg. When Octopus pulled Denji away from Yoru in the school fight, he pulled him away by his leg. So that's a fantastic point. Let's see. What would you do if somehow Denji gets killed off and they go like Asa? So if they killed off Denji, what would I do? I'd be sad. I don't think it's an impossibility seeing now that he is a supporting character, and Nayuta raised that death flag saying it's not like you can die. So dear Lord, I'd be sad. That's what I'd do. I want to know what Weed Whacker Dog is doing. Denji getting famous right after Bomb Girl would have been a crazy cliffhanger. Yeah, absolutely. And like Makima saying the trip to Enoshima is canceled, and then all the guys walk in. Hirofumi Yoshida walks in, so he's in the anime. That would have been sick. Sadly, the Chainsaw Man anime just suffered from scheduling issues towards the end of the production, so it'll be some time before they can put together a solid season. I heard things about potential production issues and timeline issues. I didn't read into it too much. I'm still not sure I understand it even. So maybe I'll have to look into it. Maybe we can look into it a little later. Imagine the Death Devil is male and looks even more handsome than Goju Satoru and JJK. Females IRL would be drooling like they did when Gojo revealed his eyes. Dude, I was drooling when Gojo revealed his eyes. Hopefully season 2 of Chainsaw Man anime is even greater than season 1. Absolutely, I hope so too. I hope, I have something pulled up that we could maybe look at later that, talks more about those Blu-ray sales. I don't know if it is a positive or negative video. I just had someone comment on one of my videos telling me to watch this video. I still haven't watched it, but I have it pulled up. I wonder if that anime exhibition thing is still happening this month. I think so. From my own personal research and from a little bit of information I received from a friend of mine on Twitter, it seems like the Chainsaw Man anime is incredibly financially lucrative. There are a lot of people in Japan. A lot of people also, a lot of people are just vocal about it, but there are a lot of people in Japan that had problems with the Chainsaw Man anime. They said it didn't feel like Chainsaw Man. They didn't like some of the artistic directions that the anime took. Maybe they didn't like that the muscle devil was cut. Poor them. I'm playing the world's tiniest violin for them. But, people, I still think there's a big enough audience for Chainsaw Man in Japan. I see a lot of people still singing Chainsaw Man's praises in Japan. If you look at the charts for how well manga are performing in their weekly chapter releases or their monthly sales, Chainsaw Man is still doing great. Some people have noted there has been a drop-off in sales. Still, it's selling really well. Hundreds of thousands of volumes monthly, I believe. So, or hundreds of thousand volumes per new release. So, I wouldn't be so worried about that. So, Chainsaw Man's plenty popular. I low-key want the Death Devil to be an ugly-looking old guy just to have complete 180 from the expected waifus. Yeah, totally. And probably another reason why the War Devil's weaker one is because Pochita didn't eat the World War II Devil. I feel like it was either... Oh, yeah, Yori talked about it herself like months ago, I think. She was talking about how because we're living in peace times right now around the world, no one's afraid of war anymore, so everyone's just going to forget her. That was like the most like human moment for Yoru, where she... vocalized that she was scared of being forgotten. So I think that explains her weakness. Maybe that's why hybrids have human bodies now, because Chainsaw Man ate the original devil bodies. Huh. That's a good point. I always thought, I liked the idea that maybe the hybrids have little cute animal bodies, like how Pochita was a little Chainsaw Man dog. Or capybara, if you're cultured. Pochita ate nukes and Nazis and stuff like that. Yeah, that also put a big dent in war's capabilities to happen in the first place. So I could see war being significantly weaker because of that. Fujimoto breaks the devils into factions and the political moves between different human and devil interests. Yeah, because there is like technically social, like fluid social structure in the devil universe apparently, because there's bullying amongst devils, like how I'm assuming Yoru was probably brutally bullied by some of the other devils. They'll explain the weapon devils being special. Doofus Slayer, hello chat. I do like the idea of Yoshida as fake Sawman. If he somehow knew she had the power to read minds, he'd think Denji's identity is in danger, so he kills her. Dude, how do you think of these things? That's like, that makes so much sense. Because yes, she did face Chainsaw Man when she was in kaiju form. Also, speaking of which, when she was in kaiju form, how the fuck did she escape? And how did she turn back to normal size? Because I think Chainsaw Man, like, murked her, right? That was always one thing. Sometimes weird shit happens in Chainsaw Man. I'm just like, okay. Like, I guess that's how it goes. I guess that happened. If Denji dies, I think we will get a Hell arc. That'd be cool if Denji, if, like, maybe the rules of humans in Hell are different because Denji is technically a chainsaw hybrid, so maybe if he dies, he doesn't just go into the void of blackness like I'm assuming every other Chainsaw Man character goes to. Maybe he actually gets reincarnated in Hell, and maybe it gives him some kind of power up, but maybe that's where he can associate with the Death Devil, or not the Death Devil, or maybe meet the Death Devil, but also re-hook up with the Blood Devil power, or whatever power becomes. Yeah, Yoshida the Goat, absolutely. I remember someone bringing up how Kobeni might have been the Anxiety Devil, and that's my headcanon now. Actually, I think I talked about that in one of my like super old videos. I have a video called 5 Crazy Chainsaw Man Fan Theories, and I think I talked about that in that video. I also believe that Kobeni didn't willingly make a contract and was pressured by some other devil hunter. Yeah, I could see that. She's meek. She's weak-willed. I love how they had a new ending song for every episode, and I hope they do that for season 2, but that's probably overworked the animators a lot. Yeah, I did like that, and all the songs were bangers, and I had to pose myself the question, quite often, would I have rathered, and I'm asking you guys this as well, would you have rathered a 16-episode season of Chainsaw Man that covers everything up through the Bomb Girl arc, but you don't get individual endings at the end of every episode? Maybe they just stick with Chainsaw Blood by Vondi, the first Chainsaw Man ending theme. Or would you have rathered what they did with the 12 individual endings that we got? I like the endings they slapped, but that is a difficult question for me because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be saying things like Chainsaw Man's so overrated if they got through the Bomb Girl arc, because that is really where Chainsaw Man starts to go from a great series to a fantastic series. Ripped to all 3 of the Muscle Devil fans. Yoda was originally an owl-looking bird at the beginning of the manga too. I guess she was. That was supposed to be like Athena's owl or something, right? Maybe? Question mark. Also, maybe death leads to forgetting, so maybe the Death Devil might have a similar ability to Chainsaw Man with consuming devils to get power or more fear by devils. I don't think that's a huge stretch. I feel like with Chainsaw Man, the rules of the universe are left intentionally vague, which it's funny. I don't know if anyone who was here last week remembers. I had one of my friends was in the chat here. My friend Jack, he was watching the stream, and Jack is a Chainsaw Man hater. I love Jack. Jack's my boy. I would probably jump in front of a bullet for him. Actually, I could say for a fact I would jump in front of a bullet for him, even though he's a filthy Chainsaw Man hater. But his criticisms of Chainsaw Man, one of his biggest things was that he felt that there were no stakes because, you know, half the characters are immortal and the power scaling isn't as defined. I personally see that as a good aspect of Chainsaw Man. I think that's what sets it apart from all these other convoluted, contrived shonen manga. Not saying that this series in specific is convoluted or contrived, but with a series like Jujutsu Kaisen, where the power scaling is completely set up for you. They hit you with paragraphs on paragraphs every chapter explaining to you how something works. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but this is true. It's the duality to that, where there is actually an entire chalkboard with notes on it as to how Satoru Gojo's infinity powers work, that you could look into if you want. Whereas with Chainsaw Man, it's not like basic like Dragon Ball Z, like not saying that's bad, but saying things like, oh yeah, like you're a strong character. Well, there's an even stronger character that you haven't heard of that's going to come in like 2 seasons to shake something up. It's not like that. It doesn't feel like that with Chainsaw Man. It feels like there is a vague power scaling. Not that there isn't a power scaling at all, but it's very vague. And I like that because that's exactly what allows Fujimoto to give us these crazy left turn chapters, like the Family Burger chapter, or like Asa turning her uniform into a sword. I feel like no one talks enough about how fucking wacky that was. Maybe because like partially it's a little weird to talk about it, but I still think that's like a huge like left turn, and you would not be able to see that in a manga that is like as well defined in what it is. And that's why like Chainsaw Man could go from being a superhero origin story manga to a a slice of life, dare I even say, rom-com battle shonen with Denji and Asa's relationship. 16 episodes. I like the 12 endings. 60. I'm getting a few different answers here. I'm so sorry if I'm missing stuff in chat. I wanna hear what everyone has to say. It'd be funny if Famine is the only one sibling that always tries to help but accidentally makes things worse, so Yoru just thinks she's crazy. I like that. I could see that being the case. Chainsaw Man fans are like ruining Chainsaw Man for themselves. We're spoiling it all for ourselves right now because you guys cook. You guys are cooking. That'd be so funny if that's actually the case. I could see that happening. Fujimoto, in vague power scaling, lets this happen. Lets Fujimoto do crazy shit like this. I would love if the Death Devil was just totally chill. I mean, everybody dies in the end, so it's not like they need anything to garner fear. Give me the dude. Yeah, I could see that as well. But it's just like the Death Devil is such a mystery, and you have things like Hirofumi Yoshida and people making the observation that, you know, Yo is 4, or Yon is 4, or it could be an anagram for Shidayo, it's death. Shidayo is death in Japanese, or it is death in Japanese. So, but it's just so, it's so hard to, theory craft on who the Death Devil could be, because it's such a tightly kept secret by Fujimoto, most definitely intentionally. I think maybe Fujimoto's dropping all this Horsemen of the Apocalypse stuff on us for us to be able to theory craft like this, but when the Death Devil comes, it's going to be something that's like completely out of left field, like kind of like how when we got the explanation for who the Armored Titan and Colossal Titan are in Attack on Titan, that came completely out of left field. It was even in like the bottom left corner of a panel when it was being revealed because it was so nonchalant. I could see a subversion of expectation like that. Clubber Lang says, I'm a man of extreme patience. All of those things will be there forever. Bomb Girl will be here eventually. I feel you. Okay. I don't want to, this is going to be such a cop-out. I don't want to give an answer to which I would rather, because either way, you gain something and lose something. I actually think losing the 12 endings would have been bad, because I've heard the endings, and I love the endings. If we had never known that they were going to be there in the first place, then fine, make it 16 episodes. But because we've heard them and we love them, I don't want those to disappear. I don't want Chainsaw Man to eat them. So I think I agree. It'll be good. It'll be there, and it'll be fire eventually. Love the endings, but I'd rather have a longer season. Well, if they decide in the future which I'm certain they will decide not to do this 12 ending thing again because it seems like a logistical nightmare. If they, like, I don't think they're going to do it again for season 2, so maybe they'll be able to cover more material. I swear to God, though, I'm going to be so fucking pissed off. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but if Jujutsu Kaisen gets a 24-episode season for season 2, that's going to be fucking bullshit. And, Mappa can fucking suck a dick. It is most definitely going to be 24 episodes because if they're doing the Gojo past arc and Shibuya incident, it's going to have to be 24 episodes, maybe even more. Because Shibuya incident, I don't know if any of you guys are Jujutsu Kaisen readers here. Do you know how many chapters the Shibuya incident was? It's 54 chapters. It is over a year long. That arc is so goddamn long. It's a fantastic arc, but I don't think they'd even be able to cover that in 24 episodes. Or maybe, I don't know. Who knows what I'm cooking? I'm cooking meth. I just want them to play Sims Devil in Your Heart because that was the unofficial opening amongst fans before the anime ever came out. It's funny you say that. So, I'm gonna leak some information here. I'm gonna leak something about my own channel right now. I have a fully recorded cover of Kickback that I sang. And I sang, and I played a little guitar on, but I did it with one of my very close friends. We have a cover of Kickback and a music video filmed for it. Obviously, we're a little fucking late. We're a little late. But we had the intention to make a Chainsaw Man opening metal cover. We had the intention to do that since the anime was announced. And we at first thought that Devil in Your Heart was going to be the anime opening for Chainsaw Man. I learned Devil in Your Heart. I learned the entirety of Devil in Your Heart before the anime came out. Because I was like, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. At least I know how to do Devil in Your Heart now. But that's an insider information that we're going to keep to ourselves because I'm still putting it out. I just have to, I have to edit the music video. I'm still waiting on the cover art for the Spotify release for it. But yeah, I have officially leaked that I have a metal cover of Kickback that I'm waiting to put out. I'm okay waiting, but that's because I'm okay waiting because that's because I read the manga. I'd imagine anime onlys would benefit from the longer season. That's what I agree. I think it's such a conflicting thing because we would not be having all of these people saying that Chainsaw Man is overrated if we just got the fucking Bomb Girl arc. What's your favorite War Devil weapon so far? Mine's the Aquarium Spear. I would also say the Aquarium Spear. I think the Aquarium Spear was epic. Spinal Cord Sword was also pretty cool. I thought that the pencil spears were funny. Actually, I changed my answer to pencil spears. That shit was hilarious. Chainsaw Man power system is warped by the plot, where other battle mangas have a plot warped by the power system. One isn't necessarily better, just different. Dude, what a fantastic way to put that, Zizu. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's very similar to how some series, manga or just anything in general, are more character driven and some are more story driven. Kind of like I feel like My Hero Academia is a lot more character driven. But that leads to getting excellent character arcs like My Villain Academia, but it also ends up with story inconsistencies, like how the quality of the arc that we're currently in. I personally like it, but I know a lot of people aren't so happy with where My Hero Academia is right now. It's very similar to that. I think Yoshida will try to kill Asa because he hates the horse woman, so Denji will have to step in because he likes Asa. That's the first normal, how things would go in a manga answer that we've gotten. I could totally see that happening. We're all just so scarred by Fujimoto that it could just end up being the most simple thing, that this shiesty motherfucker just wants to kill her, and then Denji's gonna have to save her, and then she'll love him even more. Fami is just a supportive big sister. I like it. Yeah, I could see that actually being the case. It'd be cool if we saw a Chainsaw Man fighting game in the future. We talked about that. Does anyone remember who was there in that stream where we talked about a potential Chainsaw Man game? I was talking about how I wanted like a From Software style Chainsaw Man game. Now I've changed my answer. A From Software Chainsaw Man game would be sick, but now that we have Hogwarts Legacy, I have not played it. I don't really give that much of a shit about Harry Potter, but we need a joint like that for Chainsaw Man. We need actually, I was thinking we need a Hogwarts Legacy for Lord of the Rings, because that shit would be gas, dude. I would play the fuck out of that. You could be like, I guess that's basically just World of Warcraft, but you know, so something like that would be epic, like with like a story, but maybe with like Chainsaw Man. It'd be awesome if you could choose to be a devil hunter, a hybrid, a fiend, a devil in general. That would be gas, dude. We talked about this like we talked about this a while ago. You literally look like Harry Potter though. God damn. I'm getting roasted by chat, dude. I'm getting fucking red. Holy shit. Actually, Dan Rad is an attractive bloke. So I'll take that as a compliment, actually. I don't even know if that was meant as an insult, because I love Dan Rad. Dude's kind of the GOAT. Let's see. There's a Fight Club theory going around. Oh, there's a Fight Club theory going around. I haven't heard of the Fight Club theory. Maybe I will look that up in just a moment. I want to ask about... shit, what was that? I'm looking for... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but you guys are cooking right now. Oh, I want to ask about the Fight Club theory, but I don't know the first rule. But I know the first rule. Oh, Lamau. Okay. I like Fight Club theory. It's almost makes too much sense, though. Yeah, I don't really know how they will fit all of... Oh, okay, that's different. Entire different conversation. I don't know what the Fight Club theory is. Wait, let's look that up, actually. Shit. Chainsaw Man Fight Club theory. I spelled club wrong. The Fight Club theory. Oh, it's from 2 days ago, and it's on the Chainsaw Man subreddit. Why didn't I see this? All right. Oh my dear fucking god, this is long. Okay, I'm gonna read it, and then I'll get back to chat. I swear to God. I've seen a lot of discussion on here lately about the logistic of Asa and Yoru's shared headspace, specifically debate over if they are a fiend, hybrid, or something new altogether. Now I think it might be a popular theory. But regardless, me and a few of my friends have been subscribed to a very different potential theory. Asa is the war devil, and Yoru is simply just a symptom of some personality disorder. What? There are a few things I've noticed that could point to this being the truth. I'll start with the more plausible and then conclude with some reaches. Keep in mind that I'm not trying to force this theory onto anyone. I just find it interesting and want to share it. Anyways, plausible. Asa and Yoru can definitely be interpreted as dramatic parallels to Denji and Pochita. I don't really feel the need to substantiate that, but consider this. Pochita helped or even enabled Denji to repress the murder of his father. We have yet to see a strong parallel for the door in Asa. What if Asa is the war devil and something in her past traumatized her so badly that she has repressed this fact? And in a moment of crisis, her death in chapter 98, Yoru is born. A fragment of her personality meant to protect Asa from the truth. Perhaps that feels like a stretch, but consider this. We know next to nothing about Asa's living situation or life before she's introduced into the story. We know that her parents are killed by a devil. That's it. What if, mirroring Denji, Asa had a part in the death of her parents? So what would this mean for the war devil itself? Well, I've seen a lot of praise for the portrayal of Yoru as dumb, hot-headed, and self-defeating. It's a funny commentary on war as a concept. This theory would only add depth to that. The war devil is literally at war with itself. A major theme Fujimoto has utilized previously is the idea that humans and devils are not so different. In fact, one of the chapters where this idea was explored the most is chapter 98, where not only Asa and Yoru are introduced, but Bucky as well. Holy shit, if Bucky comes back with, like, actual story importance, that'd be fucking epic. Holy shit, dude. The king is back. The whole point of Bucky within the story was to show the characters that devils, alike humans, desire to live and exist. Oh, it's to show the characters that devils like humans desire to live and exist. If Asa is the war devil, chapter 98 can be recontextualized. Bucky represents freedom and equality that Asa could find in humanity, where Yoru's bird represents the freedom Asa could find in strength and power over others. Asa, albeit not willingly, squashes Bucky, setting off the events of the plot, and in this context, her traumatic journey as well. Less plausible / reaches. Asa killing her parents, accidentally or otherwise, could explain why the guilt she felt over ruining the uniform her mom gave her was so substantial. And yes, I understand grief, and this is not necessarily to explain her guilt. Family calls Asa, not Yoru, her little sister. Yoru still has yet to offer a concrete answer as to how the situation works. Perhaps Yoru simply does not know. Anyway, that's my theory. I hope you guys found this interesting. So, chat, I've seen a lot of Chainsaw Man theories over the year. I've been reading Chainsaw Man since the Bomb Girl arc, and I've seen a lot of theories. I've seen a lot of shit not come true. I've seen very few things come true. This is, by far and large, the best theory I've ever seen in Chainsaw Man. It's not only is it the best, it's the most unique, and it's the most cool, and it's the one that I think would be coolest if it is the actual truth. So I'm going to save the shit out of that, and then I'll get back to reading what you guys are saying. Jesus Christ, that was so cool. Okay, so the Fight Club theory, I'm on it. I like it. I get it. I have never seen Fight Club. I hear that the ending is something you never want to have spoiled. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. I'll watch Fight Club at some point. Let's see. Gege was cooking for a whole year with the Shibuya incident, dude. Uniform Sword was fucking awesome. I haven't kept up with any discourse, so I don't know why people don't like the anime. I might look at a video later, Vian Abdullah. I might take a look at some possible explanations in a moment. I made a video about it a little over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, about the lukewarm reception of Chainsaw Man to anime fans as well, or to Japanese fans, as well as why we should not worry about the fate of the Chainsaw Man anime. Someone made a video. I will say, someone made a video that's much better than mine. They go into a lot more details. I didn't actually watch it yet, but they go very, very deep. They did a lot of research. I did a decent amount of research, and I still think the Chainsaw Man anime is going to be fine. I don't think Mappa is going to drop it. I really hope Ryu Nakayama isn't fired. I don't think he will be. He was cooking with the anime, but we'll have to see. I like the Spinal Cord Sword just because I'm a horror fan, and I met a Yoru and Yoshida cosplayer at a con, and they handmade a head sword and tentacle props of their own. That's awesome. Holy shit. Was that Katsucon? Did you go to Katsucon, Carlos Valencia? I wanted to go to Katsucon. I want to go to all these different cons. I want to go to Anime Expo. I want to go to... the only con I'm going to coming up soon is Anime Boston, which I'm super excited for. And if any of you guys are in the Northeast area, I hope to meet you at Anime Boston. That'd be fucking epic. How many people have been scarred by Fire Punch? I can say for a fact that I've been scarred by Fire Punch. Fire Punch has probably one of my favorite, like, deep introspective moments in all of manga history. I don't want to spoil Fire Punch for anyone that hasn't read it, but for the people who have read Fire Punch, because you'd understand what I'm talking about, the scene where Luna says to Agni, he's not actually sorry, he's just pretending to be sorry. That shit hits so hard. That shit was like actually fucking deep. That shit was crazy. Let's see. Oh, wow. I love that chat's cooking right now. Let's see. I was there. We talked about From Software game. Yeah, Avatar Desto. Yeah, I think Avatar Desto and Zizu was there for the Chainsaw Man game discussion. Do you think Mappa was the best studio to animate Chainsaw Man? That's a fantastic question. I think I talked about this last week, maybe. We talked about a lot of shit last week. I don't remember when I said this. It might have been during the... I did a stream for the Nintendo Direct as well, and I might have talked about it then. I would have loved if Studio Trigger got Chainsaw Man. I loved Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I think this was last week. I love Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and I'm a huge fan of Trigger. Kill la Kill is an anime that's very special to me, because it's what got me back into anime when I was 16. So I'm a big Kill la Kill fan. I'm a big Studio Trigger fan. Gurren Lagann. They did a lot of work on Darling in the Franxx. And say what you will, I'll say it too. Darling in the Franxx fucking sucked. But the first, 15 episodes were some of the best episodes of anime in existence. I think it was Cloverworks and Trigger that worked on that. And Cloverworks, I think we all know by now, are famous bag fumblers. They are famous bag fumblers, except for, obviously, Bocchi the Rock and My Dress-Up Darling. They're cooking with that. They fumbled the bag with Wonder Egg Priority, to the point where we all call it Blunder Egg Priority now. They fumbled the bag with Promised Neverland, even though Promised Neverland kind of fumbled itself, but they didn't adapt the best arc of the manga into the anime. And Darling in the Franxx, super disappointing. But, yeah, what I mean to say is Studio Trigger is goated, and I would have loved if they did Chainsaw Man. I've always subtly subscribed to the Fight Club theory for Asa. I first thought that it might be the case since it could be a parallel to how Nayata is trying to be raised more like a human. That reminds me of a dream. I was in a parallel timeline where Chainsaw Man never existed as an anime/manga, but as a video game series back in the PS1 days, kind of like Splatterhouse. God damn, that would have been fucking cool. Fight Club theory has been around for a little bit, but it's getting really popular the last couple of days. Okay, I completely missed that one. Y'all are so much better at staying up to date with all of this. I will say, I have moments where I kind of just fall off the face of the earth on the internet, where the only things I do is I upload my chapter review videos, and I play on Pokemon Showdown. I'm getting better about staying active on the internet. I'm tweeting more. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. Links down in the description below. I'm more active on Twitter and shit. So I'm trying to be better at being around on Reddit, being active in the Chainsaw Man communities, so I can read these things more. But I totally missed the Fight Club theory. Is the homie that somehow predicted that Shane would turn into a dog in here? Because real talk, are you Kishimoto's pen pal or something? Yeah, Zizu's here. Blackgod 59. He's always cooking. In my opinion, War Devil got repressed into being a normal girl Asa, most likely by Makima memory shenanigans, which we have conveniently have just reintroduced. Yo, Clubber Lang. That could also be part of the Fight Club theory if that ends up being the case. Also, first of all, Fight Club theory, we could just be smoking crack right now, and it might just not be a thing. And actually, I will say, it's a cool theory. I would like to reference the famous one-shot manga, Just Listen to the Song, because I feel like this is exactly what he was talking about. I don't know. I like to theory craft, but, by all means, maybe some of the fans in the audience, some of the fans of Chainsaw Man, who knows, maybe they could end up writing a better Chainsaw Man than Fujimoto himself. But, it could end up just not being anything. But I personally think that is my favorite new Chainsaw Man theory. I can't believe I've never saw it. But I referenced Just Listen to the Song because it is, as a theory, it has a lot more cool factor than it has plausibility. Do I think that it's likely that this is the case, the Fight Club theory? No, probably not. But if it happens, you guys were cooking, and I'm cringe. Yoshida could be saved by Asa and Denji. The secret organization can be something that controls him like Bomb Girl organization did. Yeah, I can see that. Like maybe he's under control, maybe he's under surveillance. I don't know. Yoshida kind of seems shisty himself, especially at the last panel of the last chapter. Dude was just completely shisty. I came with a good theory, you know, how part 2 and part 1 has kind of the same arcs for Bomb Girl arc. It could be Yoshida instead of a country mouse dying in pursuit of being a city mouse. Yoshida. Oh, that's kind of cool if Yoshida is like the Reize of Chainsaw Man part 2. Ooh, cult. What are you cooking, dude? I like that. Just imagine what this would do to Asa's mental state. This might drive her into becoming the true villain. I really don't want that to happen, but it's possible. Yeah, I mean, you know, having like a huge realization like that would definitely be pretty huge for Asa. Someone who struggles with fitting in, sense of identity, sense of purpose, you know, wanting to live more selfishly. You bring up a very good point there. If Asa becomes the villain, the scars from Fujimoto will become trauma. Absolutely. Oh, you went to a Southern California con called Anime Impulse. Oh, damn. That must have been fun. I love anime cons, dude. They're like some of the best fun I've ever had in my entire life. Every time, I don't know if you guys get this or if you guys go to anime cons. I get super hard con depression when I go to an anime con. I get it on the last day. It's usually a Sunday, and it's usually a half day, especially for Anime Boston. I go around, you know, I see if I can buy any last minute, like, figures or plushies or manga or cultured manga sometimes. It's always just so depressing seeing it clear out a little bit. And at Anime Boston, they have, like, a closing ceremony, and I just get so depressed because I want it to never end. I don't want the cosplay to end. I don't want to not be around like-minded people. I'm honestly getting depressed thinking about it right now. Anime Boston hasn't even started yet. This is why I need to go to more cons. I need to be constantly stimulated by by fandom. The Become Fire Punch chapter is probably my favorite chapter of manga. Yeah, dude, that shit was so fucking good. Yeah, Trigger doing Chainsaw Man would have been insane with the colors. I also think the dirty animation style, where it's a little grittier, a little bit more motion blur, would have lended itself perfectly to Chainsaw Man's style. One of the theories going around, I also like the one Yoru having a crush with Pochita. Looking back at some dialogues, it kind of makes sense. Also, it reflects Asa sentiments with Denji. Yeah, wouldn't it be so funny if so Asa likes Denji and Yoru likes Chainsaw Man, and they somehow do some kind of weird double date thing. I don't know. That's weird. I like it. It'd be funny. Also, if you're watching this stream right now, remember to leave a big old like down below for no other reason than it makes me feel good. So, if y'all wanna slap the fuck out of that like button. Bigger number means better person, and better person means good head chemicals. Let's see. Trust me, bro, not being active on Twitter and Reddit will actually do you good. Yeah, I feel that. I actually, so I had an arc of my life. Dude, I'm such a goddamn weeb. I had an arc of my life recently where I went through Twitter. I turned Twitter into a utopia by clicking on everything that makes me unhappy and saying I want to see less material like this. And then, so all the vile shit that pissed me off before, seeing people shit on Chainsaw Man, that's one of them. I don't like people talking shit about the things that I like. I don't see it anymore, because I say, I don't want to see this anymore. So I've made Twitter a utopia, but then I also miss out on shit because I have so many filters on that just because I don't want to see the shit that bothers me. Just Listen to the Song is one of the 2 one-shots I haven't read. I highly recommend Just Listen to the Song. It's an easy read. It's 20 pages long. I think you can read it for free on the Viz app. Wait, let me take a look real quick. I'm just gonna see if I can. I'll link it to you in the chat. If Just Listen to the Song is for free here. I don't want to show it on stream because because I could get fucked for it by Sueisha's publishing bullshit. 1 sec. I'm just going to put this in the comments for you. All right, I have a link to just listen to the song right here for anyone that wants to read it. Let's see. Okay. Back to the reacting. I just want Studio Trigger to do Don to Don at this point. Yeah, we talked about that last week. That would have been so sick. That's what I'm hoping for. We don't know. Do we know who's doing the Don to Don anime yet? I'm sorry if that's a stupid question. I haven't been keeping up with it that much. I love terrorizing, but I don't get too attached to any of my theories. Oh, theorizing. I love theorizing, but I don't get too attached to any of my theories. At the end of the day, just here for the wild ride Fujimoto is taking us on. I agree. Absolutely. I love theory crafting. I think it's a lot of fun. In specific, there's a weird feeling. There's a fun feeling you get anytime you, like, call something mundane. Like, for Zizu, calling the dog thing, which was fucking hilarious. I had a... Not to, like, talk myself up or anything, but I had a similar moment with the starfish. Because when Asa said that people could eat starfish, I was like, that's something that's gonna come back later. I didn't see anyone else saying that shit, so I'll stroke my ego a little bit with that one, because that was me at my prime, dude. I was on fire when that shit happened. The reason my Fight Club is a thing is because Asa Yorda's relationship has no decent explanation. They're not a typical fiend or hybrid, so them being a simple devil makes the most sense. Ooh, okay. That does give a little more plausibility to the Fight Club theory. I might have completely missed that in the post, or maybe this is Clever Lang cooking, but now that does make a little more sense to me, actually. Do you think Beam would come back? He is the Shark Devil, but he doesn't forget King Chainsaw. So long, if he dies in hell, he'll come back. Maybe Beam would remember Chainsaw, but Chainsaw Man. I'm not really sure how Devil memories versus Fiend memories work. Actually, I would assume Beam's memories will not come back, because Power had said that when she dies, she probably won't have her memories in hell for Denji to find. It'll probably be a completely different Blood Devil. So I would assume that if the Shark Devil is found in hell, which I'm assuming the Shark Devil is going to be incredibly powerful, but if the Shark Devil is found down there, he'll probably be completely different. Maybe he'll remember Chainsaw, maybe not. But you know, I guess maybe Beam was always different from Power, though, because Beam remembered Lord Chainsaw in part 1 of the manga, but Power is also technically one of Chainsaw Man's followers. But why didn't Power remember anything about Chainsaw? So maybe Beam is different. Maybe because I think sharks. I don't know. What do you think is more feared, sharks or blood? So that's maybe it's just an inconsistency. I don't know. Also, the door would just be the unlocked memories of the War Devil and the untold amount that she's killed, since the Alley of Dead Chickens obviously represents the dead people and not just Bucky. All right, Clubber Lang, I'm officially convinced now. This is a much more plausible theory than I had once thought, because I kind of forgot the detail about how she has those chicken dreams. Because, like, how do I say this? It seemed, because it was kind of like the door thing, where it seemed like it was something that's just going to take a backseat for a while, and then when it finally comes to fruition, it will it'll like blindside the series, just like how Denji opening the door led to, you know, a bunch of people dying, but also the memories that he locked away where he had killed his own father. Dad beat dickhead of a dad, but he still killed him. I think just listening to the song argument is always funny to me when people use it as a deflection for any theories in general, or use it as a way to downplay Fujimoto's writing prowess. Absolutely. I hope I didn't come off that way when I mentioned just listen to the song. Because before those explanations, my thoughts on the Fight Club theory was that it seems a lot cooler, and it would be fantastic writing if it does come to fruition. I always thought it would have been a lot cooler than it is plausible. But with the chicken argument and, there's no other explanation for Asa and Yoru's relationship, that does give it a little more heat. I completely agree. I get a lot of comments every now and then whenever I say, whenever I give, a theory, and someone's like, okay, yeah, but just listen to the song, bro. And usually I don't comment back on those ones just because I don't want to feed into that. And I think, it could even be said that reading into just listen to the song as Fujimoto talking about Chainsaw Man could even be hit with a, come on, bro, just listen to the song. It has nothing to do with Chainsaw Man. So, I think, just listen to the song, to me, is so hilarious because it's like the song Glass Onion by the Beatles, where it was written intentionally to fuck with the fans of the Beatles because they kept analyzing the Beatles lyrics to see if, they kept analyzing the Beatles lyrics for a deeper meaning that there wasn't. So, all of the discourse around just listen to the song has created a paradox of itself. Do we not know if one is officially confirmed? Just rumors. Oh, we don't know about the studio doing Don Don Don. Okay, sorry, it's taking a second for me to understand what you're saying, Avatar Desto. It's members only, Universed. I'm sorry, bro. I think Look Back is free for non-members, and I think a few chapters of 17 to 21 are free on there. If you sail the 7 seas, wink, I'm certain you can find it somewhere. I always say, as a consumer of manga, it's good to support the official release, but if you can't, it's always somewhere. If the Fight Club theory is right, that would explain why people don't notice the scar change. Yoru actually kind of represents emotions that Asa represses as a yearning for love. Yeah, I guess the only time where the scars were noticed, though, was Yoshida. And maybe that could be something special about him as well. Damn, I might actually, make a video about this, because it's kind of epic. Classic YouTuber move. Taking ideas from other people and turning it into a video, but it's so cool. I just want to talk about it. God damn, I love that theory. Holy shit. What if there are 2 chainsaw men, one built off the fear of devils, Pochita, and the other off of humans, and at all times one is in hell and the other is on Earth? You know what? I knew someone. I don't know if any of you guys on Twitter know Everest. Do any of you guys know Everest on Twitter? He posts just peak about Chainsaw Man. I think he's on a Twitter hiatus because Twitter, as mentioned before, Twitter does suck ass. But he had a theory. I think it was him. He had a theory that there are angels as well in the Chainsaw Man universe, and for every devil there is an angel or something. I forget what exactly. What his evidence for that theory was, but it was pretty cool. If I go back and try to find his message, it's months old. It could be almost a year old. But there is some kind of theories similar to how maybe there's an adjacent world for the devils. We just need to find a way to explain how Fami took Yoru away. Yeah, wait, okay. That does kind of put a little pin in the Fight Club theory. Yeah. How did that work? That could be explained by the fact that Yoru is just a mental projection in the first place, and maybe it was just the situation of stress she was put under by seeing Fami like that made her that made Yoru go away. Yeah, so maybe there is that could be the explanation, because I feel like there's so much head fuckery that could be done especially by the guy who wrote Goodbye Eri, which is a masterclass of perspective. And because this is a story from Asa's perspective, you know, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yo, howdy, Lampini. My boy Ryan. I loved your robot video today. It's fucking beautiful. If you guys don't know, my friend Ryan, who's Lampini, he makes these videos about BattleBots. And he's kind of epic. He's kind of a normie, though, if you guys want to roast him. He doesn't like anime, which is cringe. Fear of the hero of hell versus fear of the man-eating superhero. Yeah, absolutely. My opinion is that the scars on Yuru are a visual aid for Asa and the reader. No one else can see them. That's the only thing, like I said, the only thing that pokes a hole in that is Yoshida noticing the scars. And like I said before, maybe he's special in some kind of way in that regard. Did anyone else notice when Nayuta gave her conditions to change Asa back, her fingers were in the shape of a gun? Yo, Necromancer 906, don't do this to me. Don't make me think about that. Makima sure was the manipulative little sister who bullied Yoru. Sure was the manipulative little sister who bullied Yoru. I wonder, I feel like Makima would be the older sister, no? Maybe? I don't know, or no, maybe not. Because conquest before war, how the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse works. Conquest before war, war before famine, famine before death. So yeah, I guess war would be the little sister. Yoshida mentioning the scars in that page is just sloppy paneling. It was Asa who saw the scars, not Yoshida. Oh wait, what? Really? Okay, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I just wanna look at that now, because he could be cooking right now. That was chapter 99, right? God, I'm such a fucking nerd that I can recall that. Alright, Chainsaw Man. Let's see. I'm going to chapter 99. I just want to take a look real quick. Obviously, I can't show it to you guys because I'll get absolutely fucked by Suecia. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, boy, do you know anything about Chainsaw Man going to this school? Huh. Those scars. It does kind of look like Yoshida saying it. I'm not gonna lie. It does kind of look like Yoshida saying it, but I could believe you. But because Asa in this scene, she's talking. Okay, I can show you guys for like 2 seconds. I'm gonna show you guys for 2 seconds. I hope I don't get fucked on this. Asa, for like, when she's talking, she's like using like my body. She's talking in like head speak here, and this saying those scars is in like actual IRL speech, which leads me to believe it's Yoshida saying it. But that's all. It could just be a good explanation that you know, maybe it is just poor paneling. What if he swoops on Asa, trying to make Denji extremely jealous for some reason or another? Gengar Daddy. That could also be true. That I feel like would be the most on the money Chainsaw Man explanation for why that why he's even like encroaching upon Asa right now. That'd be kind of on the money, I feel like. Obviously we're gonna find out tomorrow, but I could see that being a thing. If hell exists in the Chainsaw Man verse, that does bring into question if there is a heaven or even different types of hell. One for devils and one for humans who have sinned. Normal biblical hell. So, I think if I remember correctly, the theory that Everest has was based off of what Angel had said in the Bomb Girl arc when sapping the life from a woman. He said, "Don't worry, you're going to heaven." I personally thought that was a figure of speech, and I feel like most people could see that as a figure of speech. But I think that's where the theory might have come from. Yeah, I am a normie. Maybe Fami's power to take away something important to the person. Yeah, deprive you of your emotional nourishment. Could be. I mean, Fujimoto was also insane enough to make a one-shot about those two sisters. Dude, Emoto no Ane is fucking hilarious. I'll say, like, it might, like, in, like, the most, like, innocent visual comedy way, Emoto no Ane is fucking hilarious. It's, obviously, it does sound weird to say because it's about naked portraits of students, which is really fucking weird. Obviously, manga creators are going to be manga creators and do what they do. But looking at it in a purely, like, innocent concept, it's really funny. It is really funny. Like putting yourself in the shoes of the characters, like it kind of reminds me of like ye old British cringe comedy. Because I love that shit, like In-Betweeners and whatnot. I do love Emoto no Ane. That shit was hilarious. Hopefully you don't get nuked from that. Yeah, I hope I don't get fucked by Shueisha for showing too much manga, even though I'm showing you guys manga right here now. It seems like Yoshida because it was his POV for the panel, but why would he say it out loud? This is the first time Yoda took over. Asa is noticing that it isn't her speaking to Yoshida. By recognizing the scars. It could just be, honestly, if the Fight Club theory is true, and like you guys have definitely given me a lot to think that it's plausible, and to definitely want to talk more about it and share it. It's 100% plausible. If it does end up being true, my explanation for it that I would assume could be given is that it's just an inconsistency. To me, it looks like Yoshida clearly notices the scars. And maybe the scars were always there, or maybe they were never there. And so maybe he notices it because it's just the first thing he sees, because maybe Asa's face is actually scarred. Maybe it's different in the Japanese version. Yeah, I can check that out. Give me a sec. I'll check that out. I'll check the Japanese version. We can take a look together. John. Oh, God damn it. Changing my keyboard on my computer is tough. John Kurasu. I probably definitely can't show you the Manga Plus website. I can show you guys a little bit, actually. Oh, Dandadan. We got a new chapter of Dandadan here. Here, whatever. We're going to do Chainsaw Man. Alright. Okay. I don't want to show too much. Oh, did we just get a donation? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, subscribed. Oh, I've never had one. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Cult. Thank you, brother. We're gonna do something fun for members of the channel. I'm gonna have things like emotes and whatnot coming soon by my wonderful artist Iman. I have to talk to her about that. But let me quickly find that moment in the Japanese version, because it's free. Yes, chapter 99 is free on here. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a lot of really fun perks for members. I think I'm going to add them this week too. So first of all, Cult, thank you so much, brother. Hopefully the first of many, my friend. Okay. So yeah, in the Japanese version, it looks like Yoshida. Here, I can flex a little bit to you guys right now, actually. Yoshida right here. Even though my face is in the way. Wait, let me move myself real quick. Okay. Right here. Yoshida says, Kao ni kizu ga. Scars appeared on your face. Or the scars on your face. Is what he said there. Now, Shueisha Publishing. That was like 2 seconds. Please don't fuck me. And I hope that doesn't come off cleverlang. I'm not trying to like. I hope that doesn't come off as me being like, oh, look, I'm right. No, because I was also personally interested in finding out about that. But that still doesn't mean the Fight Club theory is not true. I just wanted to go back and check to see like if that was like if it was him that said it, because I had always thought it was him that said it. But yeah, that definitely I am. I'm not fighting against the Fight Club. I love that theory, and you've brought me a lot of really good evidence on that. Bring me on to argue Fight Club. Absolutely, dude. No, I'm with you there. Fight Club theory fucking rocks. Heaven is also mentioned by Aki when talking about Himeno when kicking Katana Man, though that seemed figurative as well. I wouldn't put it past Fujimoto. I wouldn't put it past him to include something like that, little breadcrumb trails that we can find further back in the manga to as little foreshadowing nuggets. He's done stuff like that before. Chainsaw Man's inspired by Tokyo Ghoul, one of the most goated foreshadowing mangas of all time. So I could definitely see that being a thing. You know that there was a theory. I talked about it in my top or 5 crazy Chainsaw Man fan theories video about the theory about the sun not existing in the Chainsaw Man universe because there is no Sunday on any of their calendars, and a few other reasons, but also because the Hitachi building in one of the panels, there's a sign for a Hitachi building, but it didn't use the kanji for he. Gentle Lotion just subscribed. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna roll out those emotes this week for you guys, so we can get some fun little cringe emotes in chat. I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means the absolute world to me. But yeah, for the Hitachi building on one of the signs in Chainsaw Man Part 1, it used the kanji for me, which is I, instead of he, which is sun. And those kanji look very similar to each other, but there's an extra line in the kanji for me. So that was one crazy theory. That could have been true, but then Denji does say he gets Sundays off in one part of the manga. So, you know, it was just fun theory crafting back in the day. All right, let's see. A good YouTube channel called Turtle Quirk also has good Chainsaw Man theory vids. Oh, hell yeah, let's check them out. All right, hear me out. What if Yoshida is going to try to convince Asa to kill Nayuta? Dude, I hope not. That'd be like the interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen. You should definitely get on making the Fight Club theory video soon because there's no other ones on YouTube right now, LOL. I'll do one for Wednesday. Why not? I could just cut some of it out of the stream or something, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow as well with the chapter review. It's so funny. I like, sometimes it does feel like with Chainsaw Man chapter reviews or Chainsaw Man content in general, like I gotta be as fast as possible so people actually see it, because it is the one thing with YouTube, like especially for smaller creators, even though like I'm definitely not nearly as small as I used to be, there's so many people talking about so many different things that getting yourself out there to like compete, even though it really isn't a competition, but like for smaller YouTubers it is pivotal to get things out quicker so that you get seen more easily. Whereas people like Sufferance, who's like the GOAT Chainsaw Man YouTuber, he'll put out a Chainsaw Man video and it's probably going to be the most watched one because you know, he's like the go-to Chainsaw Man guy. Universe, no worries, brother. I'm just happy you guys are all here, honestly. Gentle Lotion, Yoshida very sus. More goated than AOT foreshadowing? I would say Tokyo Ghoul, I would say probably has the best foreshadowing. Like AOT is up there though, very very close. Like having the first chapter, or having like the first scene of the first chapter be something that's actually like a huge thing that comes back later is nuts. In a similar vein, in Tokyo Ghoul, without trying to spoil anything, the picture that Ken Kaneki draws of what he envisions a ghoul would look like in Chapter 1 is what a monster that appears later in the Tokyo Ghoul manga ended up looking like, something like 200 something chapters later. I don't think Yoshida would try to kill Nayuta because Kishibe and Yoshida are friends. That's right. But I wonder if maybe the organization that Yoshida works for, maybe it doesn't work within Kishibe's best interests, and maybe there was some kind of falling out. Let's see. I believe Fujimoto mentioned in an interview that once that he'll leave odd things in his chapters, even if they don't make sense to him at the moment, so he can use those innocuous things later. Dude, he is a Sui Ishida fanboy. Fujimoto is. I feel like that's exactly what Fujimoto would do. Fuck yeah, I love that. Maybe the sun really doesn't exist. I have not seen a single panel with the sun in it in Chainsaw Man. And if anyone can find a panel with the sun in it in Chainsaw Man, I don't know. Maybe I'll show you the last 3 digits on the back of my credit card. I need to be in consultant. I've been on it for months. Yeah, Clubber Lang, you might be the insider yourself, brother. Because today was the first time I was hearing about that theory, the Fight Club theory. I don't know. One Piece is pretty crazy. Oh, I don't know. One Piece is pretty crazy with foreshadowing. Yeah, I've heard a lot about One Piece's goated foreshadowing. And we talked about it last week, too. I need to get on One Piece. It's one of those things where, like, I think you said this, Avatar Desto, that it's something that I have to let happen on its own. Like, I have to take my time with it and enjoy it. Because if I stress over how much there is, it's not going to be a fun and enjoyable experience. I feel like Yoshida was one of those things that was just there, but he made a plan for it later. Yeah, because I remember it was, I think it was the Jump Festa 2022 interview where he had said that, it was the Jump Festa 2022 interview where he had said that he was surprised to see people liked Yoshida so much. And I think maybe, like, that was when he decided to make Yoshida a bigger part, especially in part 2. Not like Hirohiko Araki, who will introduce a character ability and then never expand upon it later. I'm a huge JoJo fan, but JoJo criticizers have a point there. Yeah, I love JoJo's as well. Also, Chapter 1 of JoJo Lands was fucking spectacular. I mean, it was just a chapter of JoJo's. Like, nothing crazy happened, but it was still. I love the art. It was awesome. It was the same, like, just bizarre adventure that we know and love. JoJo Land, peak. I'm excited to finally read a JoJo part from the beginning as it's airing. That's hype. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Tokyo Ghoul is the same exact way, where there was a lot that didn't get finished up in Tokyo Ghoul. There were a lot of loose ends that didn't get tied off. But that's mostly because it seemed like Sui Ishida himself was just fucking tired of writing Tokyo Ghoul at that point. Speaking of tired of something, I'm tired of looking at this fucking screen. I'm going to change to a different meme. Okay. This is, people like to say Nayuta has a lot of Denji's personality traits, but she comes off more like Power version 1.1. I don't agree with this, but we can take a look at it. The Gyahaha thing, yeah, that is true. Because she spit on my property. This is mine. Possessiveness, maybe. Food motivated, yeah. Doesn't eat veggies. That's a bit of a stretch. Expert gaslighter. True, but also a stretch. More important to Denji than his crushes. That holds a little more water. And adorkable. True. That said, I think some of these are just general personality traits that you could find in a lot of characters, like the possessiveness and the food motivated and the Shandafrenford. I can't read that. If anyone wants to put a pronunciation guide in the comments for me. Maybe she got to her veggies later. I don't know. That's another thing I just wanted to take a look at. Oh, yeah. this, we're going to talk about this too. Chainsaw Man Calling Party could be something we actually see. I think we talked about this on a stream at one point. Does anyone remember? Does anyone who watched some of like the early streams that I did? Does anyone remember if we talked about this yet? How 512 is approaching in the Chainsaw Man universe? Let's see. I think Yoshida is aware of fake Chainsaw Man. I'm not convinced Yoshida isn't fake Chainsaw Man. Just like because of maybe octopus camouflage powers. So if devils are people's fears, does that mean there's a horror movie devil? And if there is a horror movie devil, does that mean there are devils for every horror movie ever made? I'm certain there probably could be. I think whenever the Heights devil is introduced, it will be a primordial fear. The Heights devil, or even like the airplane devil, would probably be pretty powerful. I hate flying. Flying is scary. One Piece Chapter 1 foreshadows around Chapter 1040. Holy shit. Okay. Is it something about losing an arm or something? Because I remember One Piece Chapter 1. One Piece Chapter 1 was fire. Yoshida's appearance and random popularity reminds me of Yo Shindo, the earthquake guy in MHA. Yeah! I like him. Yeah, Yoshindo. Yeah. Yeah, he was weirdly popular too because he looked like just Chad Deku. I liked him. Do you think Yoshida is going to confront Asa about using her devil powers in the aquarium arc? That could be what it is. Or like, because Yoshida saw Fami up on the roof. I wonder if he's going to talk about that. Because he definitely saw something he wasn't supposed to see there. Ooh, good point. That's the most plausible for what's going to happen tomorrow. Also, Fujimoto seems like the type to browse fan forums and theories just for a good laugh. I love the theory that Yoshida browses fan forums to figure out which character to kill next. Imagine a Fujimoto character being food motivated. Oh crap, the calling party. Yeah, it's canonically March right now. 2 months away, dude. Yeah. That's going to be kind of epic. I feel like Denji's going to try to show up to the Chainsaw Man calling party. And maybe Yoshida's going to try to stop him. Fujimoto's totally always food motivated. Yeah, have you ever seen his tweets? It's always shit like, I saw donuts today. I wanted to eat them, but I didn't. He actually did say that like a week ago, and I responded. I always respond every time I see his tweets. In my pretty decent Nihongo. A Nightmare Devil would be kind of cool, like Freddy Krueger or Death 13 in Part 3 of JoJo. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Got a lot of cool discussion going on right here in the chat right now. Looking for the sun in Chainsaw Man manga. So far, no sun, but a moon is shown with light reflecting off of it, proving it has a sun. Yeah, but also, you know, like, I don't know. I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, I guess that does confirm the sun. Also, Denji saying Sunday also confirms that there is a sun. And I just wanted that theory to be right so bad for no reason other than like, why not? Maybe it is a little Easter egg he left there. I don't know, but that does make sense with the moon too. Would 5/12 be May 12th or December 5th? I think non-US countries use day, month, and not month, day. Japan uses month and then day. Japan does year, month, day. So it goes from largest to smallest. So that would be May 12th. Fujimoto be like, I had insert food here today. I recommend it. Dude, literally, that is all of his Twitter. BR Waters, thank you so much for stopping in, brother. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, bro. Asa invites him to the calling party, desperate to get another date with him, knowing he's Chainsaw Man fan and Denji didn't even know about it. It gives him the idea to try to out himself. Ooh, I can see that. That feels very like superhero movie like, or some fun kind of dramatic irony. Okay, let's see what this is saying. We're given the exact date since we're near the end of March as judged by Denji's chart. This could be a plot point for some future arc, possibly a place where Denji has his identity revealed or some other big event happens. That's what we were talking about, gamers. That's what we were talking about. Okay, this is the video I was going to show you guys. Yeah, Naruto at the end of part 1, Naruto on part 2. Thought it was a funny meme. That is not what I want to show you guys. That's my stream. Oh, okay. One other meme I wanted to show you guys that I thought was funny was that anime characters are technically cats. Why in Japanese anime do none of the characters look Japanese? I will say, I think Fujimoto does a good job of making his characters look like their country of origin. I think especially Asa and Yoshida look very Japanese to me. Because anime characters are cats. Look at their side profile. The goal of manga animator was neither Japanese nor Caucasian. The theory was that if you pursue cute, it resembles a kitten. No matter how you look at these nose profiles, it's not human. And then some more examples. I just thought that was funny. I saw it immediately before I started the stream, so I wanted to I wanted to show you guys that. Let's see. Have you seen the aloe vera symbolism in chapter 120? I have not. Let me look this up real quick. Oh shit, I still have my keyboard in Japanese. Chainsaw Man 120 aloe vera. Huh. Oh, okay, it was in chapter 119. Okay. Wait, okay, let me show you guys. We're all gonna look now. Oh yeah, Nayuta's plant is dying. What the fuck? Yeah, what does that mean? Why is Nayuta's plant dead? Does it imply anything? About the plants, of course, there's the obvious implication, but I mean, do most children keep their plants healthy? The fart chart implies that they have a playful relationship. Yeah. The plant is aloe vera, which requires little water, and in fact will wither if watered weekly. Interesting. I'm going to look too much into it, so here we go. In the end of part 1, Pochita gives Denji his next objective, to raise Nayuta with a lot of love and empathy so she doesn't turn out like Makima was. Essentially, try to create a better environment to make her more human-like. Nayuta not caring about the plants can imply that despite his best efforts, she still is self-centered and doesn't give a shit about taking care of something other than herself, so her nature continues to be the same regardless of the environment. Or she's just a regular-ass kid who forgets about her responsibilities. I think maybe it could say a little bit more about Denji himself, about how Denji is a little more responsible now because he's actually able to keep this plant alive, like how he's able to keep Nayuta alive. If I were to theory craft off of this, Denji keeping Nayuta alive is his most important objective, so he's able to do it by keeping this plant nice and healthy. The most important thing to Nayuta is Denji, and keeping him alive and healthy is her only objective. It seems like she's not doing so well about it with her plant. Nayuta will let Denji die somehow. I don't know. I'm just fucking with you. Maybe. If I'm right, I'm the goat, though. If I'm right, I'm the goat. What if the star that breaks children's mind is the sun and Pochita just ate it? So that's part of the theory. The star that breaks children's minds. That was part of the sun not existing theory, I think. I might talk about that in the 5 Crazy Chainsaw Man fan theory video. That video is like 2 years old now, so I don't really remember too much from it. Jesus Christ, I made that a long time ago. The pot just shows the letters ta, so it could be Pochita dying. Yeah. Someone actually dug up all of Fujimoto's old website stuff when he was like 17. Some old Twitter stuff revealed that Sui Shida knew about him in the manga circle a long time ago, like 2012, 2014. Holy shit. Zizu, if you, like... I'm so sorry if this is a lot to ask of you. If you have, like, links to anything about that, could you send that to me on Discord? Because that sounds super interesting. And a world where my two goats have said things about each other, where the worlds collide, I would have loved to see it. Aloe vera wilted because too much care. Yo, Chainsaw Man fan. He's right. Okay, there it is. Too much care. Because she's overbearing with her sense of justice for Denji and her wanting to keep him safe and wanting to keep him alive, that she's making him wither. Yes, it's an unhealthy relationship. A sibling relationship. Jesus Christ. I gotta be careful with that shit. Alright, got through Volume 1 and no sun, despite the many sky shots, but there is many moon drawings. It could just be an inconsistency. Maybe the sun doesn't exist, but the moon can still exist as a concept. Because how can the world exist as it is without some of the things that were erased? like nuclear bombs shaped a lot about society. You know, the Nazis were a pretty goddamn big deal back in the day. They're actually sometimes they could be a pretty big deal today too. Can't wait to get volumes 12 and 13 translated. Absolutely, dude. I collect Chainsaw Man in Japanese because I just like the feel of the manga in Japanese more. I like the little covers that come on it, and I like how it's smaller than in English. Volume 12 has to be coming soon. I don't know if maybe Viz wants to like have a few volumes under part or a few volumes in circulation of part 2 already before they want to start translating it. Did I say Mappa? I meant Viz. Someone commented that all of the competition plants farts is a way for Denji to keep control in check by showing he cannot be defeated. Ooh, okay. Secret Doves. I could see that. Friendly competition. That's what keeps everything in line. That's what keeps them together. What keeps their bond strong. Yeah, I'll try to send you the vid. It's super interesting. Yo, thanks, Zizu. I really appreciate that, brother. Volume 12 and 13 in English do have release dates for October and December this year. God damn, that's so far away. Dude, Viz takes forever to translate shit. Alright. So, I was told about a video. And I think we could watch it together. I don't think I'll get in trouble for showing this on stream. If a bunch of other creators can do it, we can probably watch this. So I thought it'd be fun if we watched it together. Star that broke children's minds also could also be some sort of angel, because angels are in the Bible are sometimes seen as stars. True, Carlos Valencia. All right, so I got recommended this video in response to my video about if Chainsaw Man flop. My answer to did Chainsaw Man flop was no. It was a resounding no, in my opinion. I was sent this video, and I'm pretty sure I was sent this with the intention that maybe it would change my mind. I don't think my mind will be changed, but I thought we might as well watch it together. Oh, Avatar Desto's seen it. Very nice. And maybe I could give my thoughts on it because it was recommended to me by a viewer. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Actually, first, let me close out of Stream Beats so we can actually watch this. Sometimes I just keep music on in the background just to keep my brain working like normal. Maybe I'll turn up my desktop audio a little bit so you guys can actually hear it. Okay.
Chainsaw Man, one of the most hyped anime adaptations of all time.
This is by Boba T.
Most has flopped. Well, the anime sales at least, and no amount of excuses.
I like that he at least includes that it's the anime sales, because it, like, I talk about it in my video. Chainsaw Man was not a financial failure because there's so much merch sales that Mappa has, like, all of the rights to.
Chainsaw Man Blu-rays weren't even out. They must not know about pre-orders. Well, they said Blu-rays weren't out. Well, they are now. And what do we get? 1,735. The aftermath of this news caused a never-before-seen reaction.
Oh, I just realized. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. You guys, I wasn't watching it with you guys. Holy shit. Sorry about that. Wait, let's go back a little bit.
And after almost 100 years, fans justified it by saying Chainsaw Man Blu-rays.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe I did that.
Not know about pre-orders. Well, they said Blu-rays weren't out. Well, they are now. And what do we get? 1,735. The aftermath of this news caused a never-before-seen reaction in the
boost audio. I'll boost the audio up. Here, I'll just bring it. I'll make it decently loud, and you guys tell me if it's too loud, okay? Oh shit.
After almost seeing no justification, quickly devolved into a rather disturbing conversation from Western fans. In this video, I want to clear up, to the best of my understanding, the Western versus Eastern reception, the misunderstandings of merch sales, as well as streaming, and what Mappa was potentially thinking, and how this will impact.
That's better? Okay, good.
Chainsaw Man. You've been drinking that Kool-Aid, and now it is time to open up.
I have not seen this yet.
This video is sponsored by the like button. With the power of algorithms coupled with the dislike button, which I'm used to receiving, it creates a perfect storm for an echo chamber. Press the like button today to break out of this echo chamber.
As long as
it's
you guys
free.
all
More on this later. Thank you, like button, for sponsoring this video. Before we continue, we need to clear some things out of the way. In this tweet by Kanapa, merch sales have nothing to do with popularity or success. True, but I'd assume there should be a positive correlation at least. Keep in mind, it does not imply causation, but there should be a pretty strong positive correlation. And I'm also gonna assume most fans have never bought any merch in their lives, let alone DVDs and Blu-rays. I mean, myself, I don't even own a DVD or Blu-ray player. And modern anime is not reliant on physical.
So, I don't know if he talks about this, but in Japan, it is kind of like if you really want to support a series you like, you buy the Blu-ray set. It's actually like like Blu-ray is so fucking coveted in Japan that if you wanted to buy, like secondhand Blu-rays of your favorite series. Like I know that Demon Slayer Blu-ray goes for like thousands of dollars. So let's see. Is it too loud or is it quiet? Or is it okay? Okay. Looking good. Yeah. So Blu-ray
media sales, true, but they still factor in other economic decisions. For example, they are definitely using the Blu-rays to promote Mappa's Chainsaw Man Festival. More on that later. And the last tweet here basically sums up this thread.
So I will say, in my video, I'll level with you guys. In the video I made about this entire snafu, I cited the Chainsaw Man Festival as a good thing because fans will be able to put money into the Chainsaw Man anime, and there's no way it would not be successful. I still don't believe it won't be successful, but potentially there could be a correlation between the bad sales of the Chainsaw Man Blu-ray and maybe the Chainsaw Man Festival not getting many ticket sales. I don't think there will be too big of a correlation, but let's see what Boba T thinks.
Not a metric of popularity. I'm not sure what prompted these types of tweets, but I'm sure there were some really dumb comments that just got buried by the time I checked. However, I feel like we shouldn't put aside Blu-ray and DVD sales just yet. Though they're not indicative of quality or popularity. For example, Vinland Saga apparently only sold 200, and that is a great show. And no, I'm not saying Chainsaw Man is a great show. Sorry.
Did Vinland Saga not sell well? Because I know that Chainsaw Man, I can say for sure. Chainsaw Man, I can say for sure, does have a much bigger audience in the West than it does in the East. Chainsaw Man is a very global series. A lot of people like it all over the world. Whereas Vinland Saga, I know for a fact, has a huge Japanese fan base. So maybe they were upset with the anime quality. I don't know. But that doesn't make too much sense to me.
Sorry, but there is still something to be said about this topic that seems to be brushed away. I'm not going to comment on specifics on the Chainsaw Man anime. I'm going to do that in my next video, so let me know what you all liked or disliked about it, and I'll feature your comments in my next video. Just don't say peak, mid, or kino. Please, get a new vocabulary. Chainsaw Man first week Blu-ray DVD sales for Volume 1 stalled at 1,735, with more upvotes and replies than the number of sales. In the same season as Chainsaw Man, Bocchi the Rock sold almost 17,000, basically a 10x over Chainsaw Man.
I hate this comparison. I said that in my video as well. I hate comparing the Bocchi the Rock sales to the Chainsaw Man sales because they had much different marketing. The Bocchi the Rock anime, if you were in Japan, and at first I say this, Bocchi the Rock was my #1 anime of the year. You could not escape Bocchi the Rock if you lived in Japan. Bocchi the Rock is everywhere. Chainsaw Man did not have nearly as good of a promotional period for the Blu-ray disc and just promotion in general. So I genuinely hate the comparison of Bocchi the Rock selling 16,793 versus Chainsaw Man selling 1,735. I don't think it's a good comparison. They have different fans. There was different marketing. This sounds like me coping right now. It sounds like cope, seethe, mauled. But I genuinely believe that there is a reason that these are so different, and I'm going to stand by that. Did Yoshida apply to see Asa in a romantic way in the Japanese version? No, I don't think so. No. It was pretty much the same in the English and the Japanese version of the most recent chapter. Chainsaw Man had much better promo in the lead up to release, but Bocchi had more marketing after effect. Absolutely, I completely agree. That's what made Chainsaw Man so hype in general. There was so much hype leading up to it that as people watched it, and like obviously there was some people disappointed with how Chainsaw Man ended up performing. They didn't. Some people didn't like the art. Some people didn't like how slow it went. That's my biggest criticism of Chainsaw Man. It was a pretty slow anime. 3 volumes in, no sun, moon present. Fujimoto likes the sky. Damn. Thank you, Universed. Universed, you're doing the Lord's work right now. But yeah, the Bocchi versus Chainsaw Man argument. I just hate. I'm so exasperated with it.
Week 1 performance. Rico Rico from the previous season sold 23,000, and even the Eminence in
Is that how it's pronounced? Rico? Wait,
one
what?
performance. Rico Rico from the previous
Rico Rico? I thought it was licorice, like chorus recoil. I don't know. At least that's what it looked like in the Japanese.
season sold 23,000, and even The Eminence in Shadow, a relatively underwatched isekai, sold 3,163.
Damn.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was
that
pretty decent.
that
And
does
you can't
kind of
just
hurt.
say it's just moe shows and cute girls doing cute things and slice of life. No. Look, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan. Look, no matter what way you look at it, Chainsaw Man anime sales are some of the worst in the industry, if not all of media, especially when you think about the views to sales ratio. The sales were so bad that they even reduced the price. I even saw myself that they gave it a 15% off on Amazon. Wow, what a good...
Guys, I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray. Oh, it's Rico Rico? Oh, that's the nickname, Rico Rico. Okay. Thanks, Secret Dubs. Yeah, it's a shortening. Okay. Yeah. I did looking at the numbers for Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. And I did say this. Chainsaw Man Blu-ray, it sold like absolute flaming ass turbo dog shit. It did. But I don't think it was a flop. I will stand by that. I will double down on that point even. But let's keep watching.
Good deal. But seriously though, it is a pretty good deal, because the thing is that some anime like Bocchi the Rock only come with 2 episodes per disc. Chainsaw Man comes with 3 episodes, so it's like you're getting a pretty good deal, but people are still not buying it. And I'll see people mentioning the map.
It is kind of ridiculous that it's $40 for 3 episodes in a disc, or $40 or $60 for 2 episodes in a disc. Like I will say, like, I could also see the turning away from Blu-ray sales could also have to do with the fact that it's a financial fucking sinkhole. But obviously this is me coping and seething.
Store. Ooh, the Mappa Store. No, the Mappa Store is not that special. You see, Amazon, they have a bonus of a towel and a poster, which I might honestly rather have. Like, guys, stop the cap. And I'll see people mention Vinland Saga. Did Vinland Saga get the amount of hype and marketing from both the industry and the fandom that Chainsaw Man got? Did Vinland Saga get the amount of views that Chainsaw Man got? Did Vinland Saga have the manga sales that Chainsaw Man had? The answer is no to all that. Chainsaw Man was well received during the manga. Why not during the anime? That's for next video. But I'll just leave this here. It was kind of boring. And I don't even know why I'm talking about Vinland Saga. With the
not boring. I will say, as I think I criticize the Chainsaw Man anime more than most Chainsaw Man fans, especially in the West. I have gotten a lot of shit online because I criticized how slow some things were taken, and I stand by my criticism that, like, the fact that the Leech Devil fight took half a fucking episode was kind of ridiculous. It was a fire fight. The animation was peak. But calling the Chainsaw Man anime boring, I would not agree with that. And I know a lot of people didn't like in episode 2 there was like half the episode was spent with Aki being a male wife. Or no, that wasn't episode 2. That was some episode was spent like half of it with Aki being just a male wife, like cooking, like cleaning, doing shit. But it was hot as hell. But I would not call it boring. I thought it was fantastic. Even though I have my own criticisms of the anime. Oh, wait, 3 episodes? I thought it was a whole season. Yeah, Blu-ray discs, dude, it costs so much fucking money to get anime Blu-ray discs. All right, Volume 4 of Chainsaw Man, Stars Exist. Stars exist, but have you seen the sun yet, Universed? Have you seen the sun yet? The content of the episodes is literally worthless in terms of Blu-ray productions at this point. Yeah. I want to see where
Chainsaw Man got, you could sell a literal pet rock. People will literally buy anything. Influencer scams. Have you heard of the channel CoffeeZilla? You buy something and then you receive it and then it's not what you expected. Am I saying Chainsaw Man is a scam? Not really. But there is something I want to mention about streaming. More on that later. Now, see people saying, oh, the Pochita plushies. No, your Pochita plushies are fake. They are unofficially licensed.
Okay, nope. Okay, first of all, wait. Gamers, everybody, stay right there. Nobody say anything. Wait, nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. I'm going to watch the rest of this video with my very real official Pochita plush. I only get the real. Is Boba T calling my Jordans fake? Is Boba T calling my Jordans fake right now? Because I only get the real shit. Look at this. Look at this actual ripcord tail. Not the flimsy little fabric they have on the fake ones like that. Look at this black handle, not brown like that fake one. Look at the face, the cute little face. My Jordans are not fake. My Jordans aren't fake. My chain is not green. So, I will say, I am single-handedly keeping the Chainsaw Man merch industry afloat on my back right now. I have so much fucking official Chainsaw Man shit, dude. I could make a museum. The content of the episodes is... Oh, yeah, I read that out. Chainsaw Man was created by Big Chainsaw. Sell more chainsaws and create more Chainsaw Men. Dude, totally. This is all a fucking scam. Nesco Social exposed. Dude, let me tell you. While this guy does have solid facts in his videos and he says, and he lays them out well, I've talked to him before and he's super wishy-washy with his opinions. I've seen him turn on a dime. I will say, Zizu. I will say. I changed my mind a lot. I hope this doesn't affect our friendship, but I also changed my mind a lot on things. But that is good to keep in mind that it is he fully behind what he's saying in this, which, you know, that remains to be seen. Where did you get the real wood cheetah? I got this from the Mandarake website. I can show you guys. Actually, after this, who here would be interested in seeing how to get official Chainsaw Man merch? And just type me in the chat if you are interested in learning how to get real official Chainsaw Man merchandise. And if people are interested, I will show you guys how after we get through this video. I'll show you guys all of my avenues of getting Chainsaw Man merch. Okay, awesome. Got a lot of... Okay, good. I'll show you guys in a moment then. Okay, amazing. It is unanimous. So let's get through this, and then I'll show you guys some of my sources.
Anime Twitter accounts promoting these things that are not helping the anime industry whatsoever. No shame if you bought one, it is what it is. But most of the real ones aren't even out right now. They're mostly up for pre-order. The other real ones were from back in the day from events that are kind of rare, but the arcade ones, they were purchased beforehand. So it's not like an anime fan wanted to buy one after enjoying the anime so much. They're just sitting there waiting for you to win. If it wasn't obvious how much of a flop this is already, we can take a look at the Chainsaw Man.
Mine is one of the arcade ones, but still, it's official.
To see that Mappa was anticipating a lot more. To get into this special event, you can either 1, buy the tickets normally, or 2, buy the Blu-rays and DVDs, which allows you the chance to buy one of the priority application tickets. So Mappa split the event into a daytime session and a nighttime session. Pretty normal, because you know, you might have work, school, kids, and you might not be able to go at a certain time. But the thing is, the venue holds 8,000 people, so with the daytime and nighttime session, that's 16,000 people total. Yeah, numbers are not adding up if you remember the Blu-ray and DVD sales. Other anime also have this type of event. For example, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba had an event that held 4,000 people, but they had 41,000 sales for their Volume 1 DVD Blu-ray. So if 41,000 Demon Slayer fans are...
I would say this correlation is useless. What he's presenting here. Yeah, Mappa not getting money from the Pochita merch is like Denji not getting money from the Chainsaw Man t-shirts. Absolutely, dude's getting fucked out of the merch deals. Kimetsu no Yaiba, and Jujutsu Kaisen, I will say, I'm not saying that like the events shown here being compared to Chainsaw Man. I'm not saying that because they are bigger series in general, it's not a fair comparison. I'm saying that all these series had different circumstances leading up to their events. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm cooking. I'm not so sure that this is a fair comparison.
Trying to get into this 4,000 seat event, you do the math, and that's basically like around a 10% chance that some of them will get the tickets. If you apply the same lottery system to Chainsaw Man, well, you'd have a 922% chance of getting in. Yeah, you're basically getting the easiest lottery of your lifetime. You will win 100%.
Okay. That I feel like applying that to Chainsaw Man is I don't know. Maybe I'm just coping right now.
I know there's a nighttime session, but still, you are getting in no matter what. It looks like Mappa was seriously aiming for the moon here, and it just does not look good here. I mean, obviously, people could buy the tickets normally, but when comparing with other anime with these events, it is not a good look for Mappa. People are already selling their priority applications online for like $10, but I feel like they won't even be able to do that anymore, because once people know about these sales, they'll realize that you can just buy a ticket normally because of how easy the lottery was. Like, there's literally no point in these priority application tickets. If they don't sell enough tickets, they might just cancel the event, but that's not going to look good. The event is being held at the Tokyo Garden.
I do not think it's going to be canceled. I think they will sell a lot of tickets. Because, and maybe this could be seen as coping, but because Chainsaw Man does perform very well amongst overseas fans, and there are a lot of people overseas in Japan. There will be people who will go to Japan specifically for this. So, people with money, not me. I wish I could. But I think it will sell a lot. I'm still on that. You guys can make fun of me later if it doesn't. But I still think it's
Garden Theater. To show you a better idea of what 8,000 or 16,000 people look like, here's some clips from the inside. This is honestly kind of funny, because these are the so-called idols that some Chainsaw Man fans think is just so weird. Like, why did they rent out this place if they didn't expect it to be this packed? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had some social distancing where everything was 100 seats away. And by the way, the group performing in this theater is Love Live. That is easily selling out the whole stadium. And one of the members is Komori Kusunoki, the voice actor for Makima. It's just funny how last time she came here as a Love Live member, it was a packed stadium, and now she might be coming back as Makima.
Okay, this section in particular, this is a what if. Like, what if she comes back as Makima and no one's there?
To a possibly crickets, a much more empty stage. It's honestly sad. What if Mappa had her perform Kickback or something? They'd definitely sell some tickets there, but that would just be so messed up, because she technically retired from her idol career, so that would just be so sad. But I would not be surprised if Mappa had some clause in their contract, like, oh, you may be required to perform by singing and dancing at some event. They got a lot of tickets to sell. I know it'd be pretty funny to see an empty audience that day, but honestly, it would just be pretty sad.
This is not going to happen. I'm just saying it right now. That's just not what's going to happen.
Good luck, Mappa. Good freaking luck. Real talk though, I feel like they might pull off a playbook from Love Live. On their website, performers are subject to change. They already have a couple performers scheduled to play, but they have 12 ending songs. So
who's coming? Oh, is it everyone that's coming? Voice actor cast. Yeah, I mean, this is I think
are subject to change. They already have a couple performers scheduled to play, but they have 12 ending songs, so there's a lot of potential here if they can get everything set up. I mean, if they can get Kenshi Yonezu to play Kickback, the -- streamed anime song of 2022.
This is also Kickback sold a shit ton. There's a lot of truth in what he's saying. I think potentially him talking about this like talking about this event like it's already fucked.
According to Spotify, I think they could fill the stadium. If that don't work, go as BTS come sing Kickback. That'll definitely do the trick. After news of this broke, Chainsaw Man fans also broke. Western fans ran out of ways to cope and just started pointing fingers at the Japanese, like us versus them mentality. Us Westerners.
I will say, because I talked about it in my video, Japanese anime fans are brutal. Like, I will say, it is a fair thing to say that they tend to be a lot meaner with how, well, like, I mean, obviously it's a vocal minority. It is a vocal minority, but they tend to be a lot more brutal about this shit. And there is, if you guys think, if anyone here thinks that cancel culture is bad in the West, boy, let me tell you, idols get canceled in Japan for being seen in the same restaurant as a male. So, sure, yeah, of course it is, like, a lot of Western fans, like, saying, oh, it's the Japanese fans' fault. It's like coping and molding and seething. And I agree. That's fucking bullshit. It's not even true. But, you know, like, we cannot discredit the fact that when Japanese fans want to tear something down, they will fuck it the hell up. Oshinoko moment. Yeah.
The way they talk about him, these clowns. And while the toxicity also comes from some Japanese fans, for example, one made a bot to spam Ryo Nakayama's Twitter account, I think many Japanese fans' opinions are valid, or at least you can try to understand where they're coming from. But you won't understand because you are stuck in an echo chamber. When you see—
No, okay, he's not talking to me. He's not talking to us, guys. He's talking about someone else. It's not us. But I did talk. I have a friend from Japan, and I talked to him about his opinion on the Chainsaw Man anime, and we both came to the same conclusion. It was really good. It was just slow. Yeah, why are we discussing
something you agree with, you upvote it, like it. If you see something you disagree with, you dislike it, downvote it. Social media will then promote the more like posts, and then more people will like it. Meanwhile, some other people that might have agreed with the other opinion won't even see it. It devolved into some xenophobic mess. Japanese neckbearded otakus don't want to be that racist guy. Brain dead, pillow as girlfriend, no life. Hero.
Like, people saying the shit about Japanese fans is awful. It's god awful. I am right though when I said that they could be pretty mean themselves. But it's not like an us versus them thing, because it's a terrible, terrible fucking mentality. So he is spitting facts on this. This might make me want to watch some more of his videos, because I feel bad saying this. I didn't know who he was until now, but he seems like a pretty acclaimed creator.
Oshima 2.0. The Amazon reviews for Chainsaw Man are terrible, but you will see real Chainsaw Man fans, some who've read the manga before most Westerners, including me, even heard of Chainsaw Man. You can literally see the timestamps in the review history. There are real fans that just did not enjoy the anime. Just accept that. You've been stuck in the Western anime world, and I feel like most people with Amazon accounts have jobs, unlike the ones on my anime list. Take that as you will. There's this viral picture of Ryo Nakayama being used to show his supposedly arrogant behavior, and the Japanese fans are honest. They're not really that toxic. Like, look at these responses. To be honest, it wasn't bad, but they didn't really like—
This is also that this is like a sample bias that he's showing. I have seen some very, very toxic things that people have said about Ryo Nakayama, and he does highlight that earlier. This is a bit of a sample bias right here. Unaversed is, dude, your speed reading is insane, dog. Hey, Chainsaw Man fan. Are we Chainsaw Man fans? Hell yeah, we are. I think anybody passionate enough about something to be defensive of it just has a higher chance of assigning people in other and lashing out despite the low stakes. Yeah, that's definitely true. I agree, Jamie. As a pretty interesting video about Chainsaw Man's manga sales, that's honestly what I thought this video was at first. We can watch that as well too. Maybe we can watch that next week.
They didn't read the original, but they enjoyed the anime. But this is the first time they've seen the director standing in the middle of the cast and taking the center position, and they find it a little off-putting. Most of the toxic comments are actually coming from the Western fans who just—
this is okay. I'm sorry. I keep pausing it. This is a sample bias. I've seen plenty of toxic shit. This comment itself is ridiculous. Sure, it's respectively worded. This comment itself is fucking ridiculous. This is a bit of a sample bias. I feel like I'm shitting on this video. I don't want to shit on the video because I think Boba T did a fantastic job with this. and clearly he's a fantastic creator.
Just piled in after bigger Twitter accounts shared it. The Japanese comments add some value to the conversation. Meanwhile, the Western comments are just there to clown on the Japanese fans. They don't understand the past interviews, the past conversations in the Japanese fandom, the statements from the voice actors. There's context that led to this situation, and people just jump the gun without knowing the whole picture. Why do you think a video like this exists? You ain't here watching Clorox! Chainsaw Man fans literally go unchecked in the West. This Japanese fan went on Reddit to express how sad that people were calling Japanese taste horrible. Most people are being supportive, but panel to insult Bocchi fans. They definitely got the Bocchi fans real good. But how did this even have 74 upvotes? But if you say even one bad thing about Chainsaw Man, you'd be downvoted.
That is true, and that is the problem with living in an echo chamber. Especially like being active in a lot of fandoms, or being active in a fandom in general. I say I love Chainsaw Man. I'm very active in the Chainsaw Man fandom. And I feel like everyone I have, like I said, I've been roasted on Twitter myself for saying that there are parts of the Chainsaw Man anime I thought could have been better, especially the pacing. And I've been roasted for that. But I think once again, West versus Japan, the real argument to be made with the West versus Japan is that Chainsaw Man is better received in the West. Chainsaw Man, even before the anime came out, there were a lot of Chainsaw Man manga readers in the West. Chainsaw Man was very, very hyped in the United States, in the UK, in Europe, South America, Brazil. Brazil has a huge Chainsaw Man fandom. But that is where we could talk about West versus Japan. But to say that the West was being more toxic than Japan was, I think is a little bit untrue. Obviously, it's stupid to talk about who is more toxic than who. It's a stupid argument. It really is a stupid argument. The fact that I'm arguing this is stupid. But it's still both are god awful is what I'll say. Got to where Angel tells the lady she's going to heaven. Yeah, what a sweet moment.
And ratioed so hard. Fake information gets spread around unchecked as well, if it supports Chainsaw Man at least. Bro, just Google it. You can buy Chainsaw Man on Amazon. How did this even get so many likes? Everyone knows the hive mind behavior of these fans. After my anime list tweeted about how Bocchi the Rock surpassed Chainsaw Man, why did they have to reply with this after? There's definitely a reason. When making a post about the anime sales, why do you have to clarify that some stores don't report numbers?
So Secret Doves, The Japanese fandom isn't small at all by any means. The fact that the fact that Chainsaw Man the manga sells so well in Japan, obviously shows there's a huge audience for Chainsaw Man in Japan. There is, but I do believe, I would go as far as to say the Chainsaw Man community in the West, I think in the United States alone, maybe I'm wrong, I think it's bigger than it is in Japan. I have a lot of Japanese friends who have said that they are surprised by how obsessed the West is with Chainsaw Man, especially because people in the West treat Chainsaw Man a lot like how people in Japan treat Demon Slayer. That is a comparison I've got, where Demon Slayer is the de facto most popular and hyped anime in Japan. It is the most popular and hyped anime, whereas in the West, I feel like, at least as far as manga goes, Chainsaw Man is definitely up there for hype and whatnot.
This isn't something special about Chainsaw Man. There's definitely a reason. I feel like people are missing the point when they ignore DVDs and Blu-rays and just talk about streaming. In general, people are not saying Mappa is going bankrupt. People are not saying Chainsaw Man is unpopular. It's just that the Western fans got exposed to different opinions, which I believe are pretty valid. In East Asia, people conform in public, but in private, they are pretty much honest. The Japanese even have a term for this. This is different than what I believe is happening online in the West, especially with Chainsaw Man. Everyone is seeking validation, so it leads to conformity. It's not just some stupid Twitter drama, it's bigger than you think. On average, a whole country has a much different opinion on your favorite anime than what you thought everyone agreed with. For now, because I hope this awakens people to be honest with themselves. And this isn't just about anime, but going back to anime, we see the Japanese equivalent of my anime list, and the ratings are just okay, nothing amazing.
So, okay. Yeah, but oh, panel 2, there's a sunrise. Universed found a sunrise in Chainsaw Man. Holy shit! But no actual round shape of a sun. Okay, so no sun. Interesting. Interesting. There's no sun. Not yet. I think Universed, you're kind of the goat for this. But about what Boba T is talking about right now, I would say, like, as someone that loved the Chainsaw Man anime and someone with my own personal criticisms about it, I think a lot of people were fair with their ratings of it. A lot of Chainsaw Man fans, I know a lot of people, especially on Twitter, a lot of Chainsaw Man fans that may have overrated it. But I don't think people were necessarily all that dishonest about it.
The Chinese equivalent? Nothing special there either. Like, how are you gonna call Japanese people brain dead when they got some of the best education in the world? Like, it would be so ironic if these people were from the US, right? Would they be saying the same things to the Chinese fans too? Because Bangumi, the Chinese anime site, actually has a ranking where they combine multiple anime ratings from other websites, including My Anime List, to create an aggregate score. Bro, they did the math. Chainsaw Man gets a score of 7.64, which puts it at rank 421. For reference,
I will say that so far, this is a fantastic video. There's a lot of sample bias in this and a lot of whataboutism in it by taking the comments of people in the West saying that Japanese fans are brain dead, which is definitely, it is a vocal minority, just like the Japanese fans who are spamming 1735 under Ryu Nakayama's tweets and saying other things that are just toxic and gross. It is... Like it's a whataboutism, and I do believe I hope this doesn't come off as a disrespect to Boba T at all, because I think this is a fantastic video. I do think that that argument in that of itself is like I think it's being framed in a way to make to invalidate the claims that, you know, the Japanese fandom are a little bit of a... Oh no! Like they have the same problem as the U.S. fandom.
Bocchi the Rock gets an 8.36, which puts it at rank 31. If you've noticed, the scores are lower across the board. You might just think they're more strict, but you can call that having standards.
Part of the story is false. Most of the bot spam towards Nakayama about the series is about how Mappa will fail due to this and how the second season is doomed.
A higher bar for quality. Japan created anime. The rest of us are casuals, normies, whatever you want to call it. When you think of a country that has high quality, Japan is one of them. The poor ratings and sales could be used to talk about subjects I mentioned, or like how Chainsaw Man could be improved. But to many fans, the anime is perfect. Instead, they focus on more mundane topics like how it's popular on streaming services. No one cares. That's obvious. And if you're actually worried about the financials, I'll save you the time. Mappa probably got the bag months before the anime aired. I want to talk about something more relevant to most fans. Most people are just bringing this up because it's insane that Chainsaw Man got outsold by cute band girls and the seasonal isekai, or they're just using this to say they don't like the anime adaptation. And Blu-rays and DVDs are still a good measure of how enjoyable it was to fans. In my opinion, streaming numbers are not a good indicator of this. The money from streaming just means it was popular, and when did popularity ever mean it was good? Let me explain what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So months before the anime even airs, some streaming company, let's say Crunchyroll, buys the license. Mappa probably shows them a pre-animated PV, some statistics, and maybe a couple episodes tops. I doubt they finished the whole season. Then they sign this contract and boom, Mappa is in profit, or at least break even. Then there might be some clause where they get paid later depending on if they get some more views or meet some minimum threshold. Basically, they can sell an unfinished product. Now, as the anime airs, you're paying, let's say, $10 a month for the subscription. Crunchyroll takes a huge amount of the money, then the rest gets used for other purposes like royalties. However the money gets split, Mappa gets more than other studios would if they got the same amount of views because they don't have a production committee. But the thing is, you're not just watching Chainsaw Man, you're watching other anime. Some of that $10 is going to Wit Studio, Sunrise, Cloverworks, etc. You won't ever control.
Streaming was never part of the conversation. Yeah, I guess the streaming does prove that it was popular. Like he said, it was popular. Popular doesn't necessarily mean good. I still think it was good. A lot of people think it was good. But Chainsaw Man did make a shit ton of money from merchandising. There was no production committee to take any money out of Chainsaw Man's merch sales, so they made a shit ton of money on a lot of merchandise.
contribute more than $10 a month. It just gets split up depending on what you watch, and you can watch anything, and you will only pay $10. Gotta love streaming. On the other hand, merch like Blu-rays is value add to the industry. I think this money that they add, even if it's less, means the fans enjoyed it a lot more. Like I said, your $10 subscription, you can watch anything, and the pie just gets split. But if you buy the Blu-ray, you went out of your way to buy it, so that's a much better indicator of how loved it was. Streaming numbers is meaningless when it comes to this. The point is, Chainsaw Man was not that well loved enough by its fans to buy the Blu-ray. It's just not that good.
Fair.
Look at the ratings across China, Japan. Think why they are so different. Think, is the West the anime matrix or something? Like, and I wanted to bring up this website that tracks the retention rankings. Basically, on Twitter, people do this thing called live tweeting, and so this website tracks those users. So by episode, how much it's retaining those live tweeters. You'll see first place, Bochi the Rock, 274%. Basically, this means more people, more activity as time went on. You'll see even Berserk at 108%. I'm showing this because, you know, if you say like, oh, Chainsaw Man is too violent or something. No, Chainsaw Man is 17th at 68%. Now, this doesn't really...
Almost 69, let's go! Chainsaw Man fans, we're winning! We stay winning! The widespread streaming craze has really given substantial leeway and late rise market value for television. Breaking Bad technically wasn't considered a market success until Netflix. Yeah, I mean, true, Jamie, yeah.
Really mean much. People could just stop tweeting about it because they got bored or lazy or I don't know. They're not even hate tweeting about it, to be honest, but it doesn't really mean much. But I'm just showing you this website. Now, I wanted to mention one last thing about streaming. The streaming industry is bleeding money. Only Netflix is in
Also, Chainsaw Man was the most pirated anime of 2022.
profit, according to themselves. But fortunately, I do think Crunchyroll is the Netflix of anime. Others are losing billions of dollars just to gain users and new shows by any means necessary.
Clubber Lang says, this video seems to be confusing a financial success with a critical success. When I see a flop, I think about money. I would agree with that, and that's why I think like there shouldn't be even a question on if Chainsaw Man Season 2 is in danger of even being made, because like first of all, it's a passion project for Mappa. It's definitely gonna get made, but I definitely like Chainsaw Man was not a flop. It's just like Boba T said, it made back its money and more before the anime even aired.
That's why Disney Plus and Hulu, they probably paid a lot of money for Bleach. Those exclusive licenses are worth a lot more. So Crunchyroll didn't pay Chainsaw Man as high as Bleach probably, but they got it for all these other companies. In the end, you'll get one company that just dominates, like a monopoly. And you can argue that maybe the quality of shows will decrease over time as this happens. I don't know, maybe look at Netflix as a case study. I'm not honestly not sure. I'm just saying this might be a theory. And it's honestly not really sustainable because they're all burning money and only one really ends up the winning. Like, there's sustainable ways like crowdfunding, for example. Jashin Chan Dropkick is one anime that did that, but Mappa won't do that because they want to take that juicy American money from Netflix, Crunchyroll, etc. And they're going to take that money, give them the anime, then Netflix is going to have a bigger library, and then more users are going to stay on Netflix, and then Netflix is going to buy a...
There's a good chance Chainsaw Man will pop up again with the second season when the second season is announced, and everyone will rush to binge.
Another anime from Mappa, and the cycle is going to keep repeating and repeating until they become a bigger and bigger monopoly. That's it. Peace.
Okay. I'm going to put Pochita down. I have a little bit to say about this. First of all, this was a fantastic video by Boba T. And I'm definitely going to be looking at his channel a little more because like this was a really great video. But I will say, and like I said before, it's useless to argue which fandom's worse, which fandom's more toxic, because we all spew toxic bullshit. But definitely, like I will say, like, taking away, like trying to invalidate the argument that there wasn't a little bit of a problem with toxicity in the Japanese audience, because with this toxicity, cancel culture is huge in Japan. Like if something is canceled, it gets really fucking canceled. So public opinion does affect. It is huge in Japan. So I spent so much time stammering while watching this, trying to figure out a way to say that, but like I definitely would not invalidate that argument. Fantastic video, like, and like I hope me saying my opinion on this doesn't come off as me saying anything negative about the video itself or Boba T and Boba T's points. He did a fantastic job, and I definitely want to check out more of his stuff because of that. But let's see. I hope Ryu doesn't direct season 2. Dislike the constant use of CGI and slow pacing. I'm gonna get roasted for this. I thought Chainsaw Man's usage of CGI was very tasteful. To the point where, I'll even say it, I liked it. I thought that the points where it was used, I thought, I don't think it took away from, I don't think there would have been any difference in quality if it were hand-drawn. Or, I think my cat's making noise. One sec, guys. One sec. Let me just grab my cat. Jojo, what are you doing? All right. I got the little rat creature. My own Meowie. Nyanko, yeah. I did like the CGI. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, and I don't think it took anything away. My criticisms of Chainsaw Man anime lie solely with the pacing, and maybe a few directorial decisions. Obviously, we all loved the anime here. We're all big anime fans here. Oh my god, she's so cute. Sorry, I love cats. But yeah, she was being annoying. I'm probably gonna feed her soon. I'm gonna show you guys how to. I'm gonna show you guys how to get Chainsaw Man merch though. So first, I'll show you.
Enough with my citrus berry.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I accidentally played another video. I played a Blunder video. My favorite creator. I just want to pull up a window, an incognito window. I believe Ryu Nakayama has a great sense of direction. I agree with that too, Zizu. I just think he needs people around him that can bring his vision to its fullest. See episode 4 for the perfect blend of vision. I agree. I completely agree. All right. I'm going to show you guys some Chainsaw Man merch and ways to get it. First, I'm going to take you guys to amiami.com. This is the best place. If you want anime merchandise, oh my god, my cat, Jesus. She's probably hungry. If you guys want anime merchandise, I'll feed her in a second. If you want anime merchandise, Ami is the place. Go to Ami, type in Chainsaw Man. These are everything that come up. There's probably a lot of stuff here that I want to get right now that I probably will order after this. And there's pages upon pages of merchandise for Chainsaw Man. Figures, some of them the pre-order might be closed, but you can still find it in other places. AmiAmi.com is the best place if you want to keep going back to find more. Because more merchandise is actively put on here. Like the new Artifix J power figure right here, which that's going to be huge. Oh, actually, I have something to show you guys that you guys get to see before everyone else. These Chainsaw Man shot glasses right here, I just got them in the mail. I have them. I might show them off in a video, so I won't open them up now, but I brought them with me so I could show these to you guys that I actually have them. Because not only am I a Chainsaw Man fan, but I'm a raging alcoholic. Just kidding. Yo, Chad, what's up, dude? Chad, shout out to fucking Showboys podcast. They fucking rock. And Chad is a fantastic creator. So please fucking shout out to Showboys, dude. Chad, thank you for dropping in, man. I have multiple Chainsaw Man figures pre-ordered. Zizu, okay. One day, I will go through my Chainsaw Man pre-orders with you guys, and you guys will see how fucked of a financial hole I put myself in because of all this. Male Jimeno. hopefully they have the Nendoroids for Anime Expo this year. Yeah, I have the Denji and Power. I have some of the other Nendos pre-ordered as well. But yeah, so let me show you guys the next one for if you want secondhand Chainsaw Man goods, mandarake.co.jp. Mandarake. If you go here, just change your language to Japanese if you can, and then you type in Chainsaw Man in Japanese. Do they fucking have that? It seems like it really doesn't want to correct it to Chainsaw Man. Okay, I can just type in, this says Chainsaw Man Makima. Sure, and I'll get rid of the Makima. Just Chainsaw Man. You can probably type in Chainsaw Man in English as well, but you get a lot of things, like these cute little figures. I have some of these guys pre-ordered, so I'm gonna get them anyway to show off on the channel. But yeah, I could get this SK Japan Potato sitting figure Chainsaw Man Power. You can get stuff like this. 1,000 yen, that's less than $10. The shipping will be different, but Mandarake is a great place to get your hands on some Chainsaw Man merch. Even some more cultured stuff, if you know what I mean. But not that we're looking for that. Alt plus caps lock for katakana lock. Oh, thanks, dog. Damn, Secret Doves, you're the goat, man. Let's see. Maybe the anime feels slowly paced because of the weekly episodes. I would agree. Yeah, that's also part of it. Let's see. So Mandarake, that's another good place. Now, this place is my special place. Bai.jp. I want Bai.jp to fucking sponsor me someday. Whoops, I'll take the fucking out because that's not a sponsorable thing to say. But they sponsor people, and I use them all the time. And I'm vouching for them. I'm giving them free promo right now. Bai, I love you. Please sponsor me. So, okay. Bai.com can sometimes be a little hard to navigate. So, I'll show you guys how to find the best Chainsaw Man merch here. So, it starts in Yahoo Auction, but you could change to Yahoo Japan Shopping if you want to find official, in-stock, in-stores Chainsaw Man merchandise. I'm going to show you guys here, though, how to get the good stuff. Not the bootleg, but the good stuff. Like, the expensive shit. Like, maybe those body pillows that I have. Those expensive-ass Chainsaw Man body pillows. So, let's see. Let's see. Alt plus cap lock for katakana. Chainsaw Man. Oh, shit. Man. Nope. We want one, actually. And then, we're also going to do Daki. Oh, I changed back to English. We want Daki Makura. We want to see if they have the Chainsaw Man body pillows here at Mercari, because that's where we'll find it. And look at this. We can find, but make sure you're getting the official shit. Power, Makima. The Reize one's probably going to be hard to get. Oh, there it is, Reize. Reize is a lot more expensive than the rest. I will say, if anyone here has money right now, some of these are really fucking good prices. This one, or 23,333 yen for power. That is actually really fucking cheap for this. 12,000 yen. This one, I think this must have some kind of damage or something. Don't get the body pillow secondhand. I'm not falling for that again. Okay, well, this seller has a lot of positive feedback. Close to unused. So I would not get that one because there's obviously something wrong with that. But this one, $181. That is a good price for this secondhand. That's a markup of 81%. It was about $100 when it came out. The Raise one's fire. I have all 3 of them. This seller has a few negative feedback, maybe, so be careful. Item condition new/unused. He has a lot of good feedback though. A lot of good feedback, which is important. The Raise one, it's expensive. It's probably the rarest one. New unused. This seller has a lot of positive feedback, a little bit of negative feedback. Yeah, buy goes crazy. Oh yeah, you can get some great stuff. Next day shipping. It's crazy. Yeah, Bucky body pillow wear. Yeah, buy is like my secret weapon when it comes to buying anime goods. Alrighty. Holy shit. It's almost a 3-hour stream. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Oh my god. You guys are the GOAT for sticking through it with me. Not sticking through me, if you know what I mean. But you guys are the GOATs. I think this might be a decent place to call it a night. Decent place to call it a night. So, my concluding statements. The Chainsaw Man manga is fire. The Chainsaw Man anime is fire. Chainsaw Man as a concept is fire. We're all Chainsaw Man fans here. I think Universe just found a sunset. Holy shit. No sun. Holy shit. Sunset, no sun. Holy shit. Okay. There we are. There we are. I think we're coming to our conclusion here. I think the sun doesn't exist. I'm still on it. I'm still smoking that crack. I'm still wearing that tinfoil hat. No sun in Chainsaw Man. Unless Universe found it. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you guys so much for watching my Chapter 121 pre-release live stream, where we did not so much discussion on it, but still, I had a great time talking with you guys and talking about theory crafting. It's fucking awesome. I did not get to my Wednesday or Saturday streams last week. Last Wednesday, I was watching the Kaguya movie in theaters, and then Saturday, I was burned out because I was working a lot on that Kaguya video. Royal T, dude, thank you so much. Oh, my God. You guys make me feel like a pretty girl. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, guys. Your support means so much to me. I was unaware of this website. Thank you for sharing, man. Have an awesome night. Thank you so much, Royal T. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you since the Pokemon stream, right? I am going to stream on Wednesday, and I am going to stream on Saturday. I might do some gaming, maybe, because I like to play games. I'm not sure how interested you guys would be in a gaming stream. You guys can let me know if you'd be interested in that. But you know, I could play, like, I played Deep Rock Galactic. I played Battlefield with some of my friends. I was going to do a You Laugh You Lose Anime Edition stream on Saturday. I might do that on Wednesday, actually, if you guys are interested in that. But if I could galvanize the people who are still here for one more thing, one more favor before we close out the night. One more favor, actually. Here, I'm gonna pull up YouTube. I'm gonna try to galvanize the people into one more favor. Oh, Royal T, thank you so much, brother. This afternoon, or no, not this afternoon, this past weekend, I put out 2 videos. They're not necessarily Chainsaw Man related. I put out my ultimate manga haul and manga collection video, where I go over all of the manga I have, and I did my review of the new Kaguya-sama movie. Now, because they're not necessarily Chainsaw Man affiliated, they're not doing as well as my normal videos. That's okay. The problem is, I put my bussy into editing those, and they came out really fucking good. So I at least want people to see that they came out really well. So if you guys want to give either of those videos a watch, maybe throw a like on it, you guys would make my entire life, more so than you already have. You guys always make my night. You always make my life. I love discussing things with you guys. I love talking to you guys. But if you want to drop in and give those a like. Oh, you guys saw the manga haul one? Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, you guys slap. Honestly, I'm having trouble putting into words how much I appreciate you guys for your kindness and support. So, on that note, I think it's about time we call it a night. So, I bid you adieu. Good night, guys. Thank you so much for coming by.